Oompa loompa biddy-doo.
Right, you're going to come back with 2 more illusions that are going to eat up that battery. They're going to kill the cogs really quickly. So not a matchup that's very favorable here for the Clockwork. So both side lanes, yet again, kind of favored here for Shopify Rebellion, just based on the heroes alone here.
Despite the good start there for Abed into the mid lane, definitely is going to pay off a lot with Somnus. He's cleared out pretty much everything so far. Abed with just that 1 deny, and pretty much even in the CS department between the two, while we're watching Crit battling out versus Xian Ming on the Ancient Apparition. Crit's just going to soak up the freeze here. Saberlight walking.
Yeah, he really wanted to block that camp. He just brought a salve though, so he will heal up back to full after that one. Really valued just not
broken with a vortex though, so he doesn't get any heal actually.
Oh yeah, that does
Always
hurt.
a bit of a surprise element, right? Like sudden vortex. Oh, south.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I think at this point you have to know that Ice Vortex does damage. He just probably thought he was far enough away where that wouldn't happen, but surprise! That spell has a really long cast.
Oh boy, Lu in huge trouble. Probably not enough to kill him, but this is all very costly. However, Crit and Saberlight, very, very low on resources right now. At least they got a couple tangos to bring them back up to speed, but still, good opener there onto Lu.
And that's what you got to be afraid of, because that combo scales. They're gonna keep being able to do it, and one of the big things when you play against Dawnbreaker is like,
Hey, sup,
can
PP? How you
interrupt
doing?
the Starbreaker, or can you just get away? And neither of the heroes can do that. As you see, they're just gonna go.
And
Well,
that's a kill that's going to be successful in doing so. Crit.
Neither of them can help each other.
Yep.
Walk for 30 minutes. Oh,
Completely missed.
that's very healthy of you. What the fuck?
And now the
Why
wave
you
is
so
going to be in their
healthy, bro?
position.
What the
Luckily,
fuck's
they
wrong?
do have a small camp, but I just don't know how this happens. Like, how can you get such a free Dawnbreaker game?
Alice and FY trying to make slow progress to fly. Arteezy's there to help out to destroy the cogs.
Well, I guess it's dead again.
Yeah, I don't think that's much of a surprise.
Oh, nice nature. That's
We're
all.
going to miss it, and that's no TP.
Nice.
60 seconds. You have no wave either, so all Crit has to do is make sure he doesn't pull that small camp, and this lane is officially checkmate. Spectre will no longer be getting much CS.
And you have a 2k lead at 4 minutes. I mean, the game started with a 1k lead for Rebellion. Like, you have 50 seconds on the clock, and you're already that much ahead, but things are really shaping.
Let's see, what are these drops?
Pretty good for Shopify.
Pretty
Heat
good
versus
indeed. This is
TSM.
exactly what they need to do. Man, I'm
I'll
really
say
like,
TSM
I
game
hate to see
2,
when something like this happens
VP
to
game
people do
2.
like 2 minutes, you know, because it's not easy to come back from that. But there's always possibilities. I'm looking at the 6-minute room. I'm looking at some rotations from the mid laners.
Azure game 2.
And speaking of that, Somnus is
And
already
that
taking a
draft's almost
rotation.
done.
Yeah, Fly, he's dropping low here. FY and Chalice have been doing all the heavy lifting, but Earth Spirit showing up with 400 HP, and Crits here. Arteezy wants to turn in for the fight and return the favor. Can they get Somnus here? That would be absolutely massive if they can get him. Yes, they can. FY, Somnus
Okay,
down, and now
I
on to
say
Chalice they
Azure,
go.
and then they
Darkseer
play the
gonna be
biggest
third
potato move
casualty
ever.
with Abed's
Most
rotation
confident
leading
pick?
to 2 kills for him, 1 for Arteezy.
Probably
And
TSM.
it's not just 2k fear.
I think that
It's
would be the
3K
most
now.
confident. I'm not very confident on any,
growing.
really.
We're just going to continuously see some bullying action, most likely.
Liquid
We
game 2
expect
as
her
well.
2 points in dispersion will be a little bit tanky. I mean, she just has to tank.
It's.
That's really all
I
there is
think
to it.
VP is a pretty good
There's no
underdog
getting away
bet. I
from
like
it,
their
so just
draft
build
way
as many
more than
items as you can. You can
LGDs,
see
but
the
it's still
Wraith Bane is
LGD.
completed, Chain
But
Nose
I think VP
completed,
has a really
little bit
good
more
underdog draft.
armor to go ahead and
A
deal with
really
it.
good draft in general.
But you're not
Like,
stopping
mid
the
Viper's
single
ass.
from free farm this game. It ain't happening.
In
You're
this
not stopping
game,
Arteezy from free
TSM,
farm
yeah,
in this
mid
game.
Ricky, it can go
And
wild
Abed
quickly.
was the only one that was kind of even, right? Like,
It's
he
a
did
Clink
have
support, which is kind of
these
shit.
two, but with that one rotation,
Useless.
the bot lane, really disastrous for Somnus. 6-minute rune. All right, we will get on.
And
Somnus,
Medusa
so
should
perhaps
win that one
maybe
pretty
Somnus
easily.
can use this to. I'm not sure where he's going to go with this one. I feel like top lane's a hard kill just because Dawn is so tanky.
ED
Perhaps
is,
the Lotus
can be
has
strong,
some
but
drop.
in this
Do you
game
wanna
it's
go
actually,
bottom?
I
He
mean,
tried bottom. That didn't work for him.
Like they have
think
ways
he
to
might-
kill
I hate to
off
say it,
the
I don't know if he's
bristle,
gonna
but they
do
don't
this
have
with
ways to
his
kill
dice.
off.
I don't know
Like
what he can
TA
do.
He's not gonna
fucking
use it,
destroys
dude.
them in like 3 hits.
I think that kind of
I think
answers it. It's just a rune
VP
that
is a
doesn't
pretty
really
good
do
pick
too
that
much,
game.
but
Which
maybe
is
they can try to find
problematic
an opening
because
on fly,
that's
potentially.
actually
Yeah,
shit
Yeah,
for
he's
now.
gonna try. He's coming in for the attempt. FY is gonna start it off. Bubble already used up, trying to escape from the cogs, and here comes. Oh, he misses the roll, but he does get the kick to connect, and that fly kill. That's exactly what they could do and what they could get, and Somnus will take it.
Yeah, I mean there was no option to
I'm
kill
actually
the
gonna
core,
quickly
so you just
check.
gotta kill support with it.
What the current standings in the
Whatever you
groups?
can.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
All of the CS currently looking green. That's Shopify's color. That
East
means
Coast
the
has to play
particular
against
game, their jerseys
Gaming
might be a little bit
Gladiators
different. Actually,
last.
I kind of like the Rebellion jerseys.
I don't remember them.
They're not super
White.
flashy, but not the big Rebellion.
Hard to see from that
text, but just-
picture. Yeah, I'd have to check it out on social media somewhere. And hello,
Hello.
Spectre.
Wait, why
Goodbye,
do
Spectre.
Nice to meet you.
why does Group
Wasn't
A have one?
Somnus
Oh,
trying to
because
roll,
there are
doesn't
5
quite connect here.
streams.
FY, he's also
Ah.
in between. He's got the cogs ready, trying to protect Somnus here with Abed with the Rolling Thunder. And Clockwork is going to drop next. Crit is racking up the kills. He's 4-0-4 on Avenge support, and he's about to surpass Chalice in net worth with what he's accumulated so far on
He's
this
getting
support.
close to level 6, actually.
That too.
Yeah, I mean, like one more wave and a half if he chooses to leech the experience. Or maybe just one Somnus kill here.
Oh,
Ah,
they're going to
no,
all
they're
be
gonna-
into the bottom lane, trying to save Chalice. Nobody to save him, though. Everybody just
I
went
mean,
off
that's
the
not
die.
his ally, too.
That too.
I was already
Yeah, there's nobody-
trying
there's
to
nobody
save
TPing to
Chalice.
help him out. That's the main cause. Everybody was too busy rotating to top. Somnus with no teleport remaining, or at least on cooldown. AA is the one, Sean Ming, who doesn't have a teleport left. So they're just gonna have to sack the Darkseer. Now a 4K lead. They're trying to go onto a crit. That's a big streak for Somnus if he can get it. Drops the Magnetize, and here comes Lou. And Sean Ming gets the spree, but they
What's
get
with
the
the
job done.
support stealing every kill? You know what I mean?
What a wonderful world we're living in here.
Crit is getting all the kills.
And another support takes the streak.
Another support gets the kills. What I forgot we were watching a game before. Fly was getting the kills the last game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blade Mill's done
I mean,
on
what could carries even get
Spectre.
anymore?
If
We're
we
not
get
even
some,
strongest in the late game. We're the worst in the early game.
my dog
You don't give us kills.
we got like some
anymore?
Spirit
I guess we
Vessel,
should take
some
this.
They're at
stacks,
the
ancient
bottom of the
stacks. It
service
could be
value
pretty nice,
chain.
but it's very easily stolen. That's the problem.
We bring all the creeps you farm to the supports for getting a kill. Somnus, pretty inevitable. He teleported straight to help out his tower, hoping somebody would go, but it looks so disconnected, Fear. It's again looking like a bit of individuals.
Yeah, it definitely. The wheels are falling off pretty hard on this one. 5k gold lead at 9 minutes is something you don't see every day, but I think.
I mean, I've
just
seen
in the laning
worse.
Stage,
But
it
it's
had
it's
to be
pretty bad.
I mean, it was obvious for me. Like, I'm not competing in TI right now. I'm not scrimming, but I won't look at the draft and I'm just like, wow, this looks pretty bad just from there, and it's kind of playing out that way. But I'm always open to like have players give pleasant surprises of like, oh wow, that
Not
was
like
really
live
cool. I didn't
bets and
think of
cloud
that,
bet
but
takes so long to
unfortunately,
accept.
Not one of those games where many of those
They
things
aren't
are happening.
instant.
It's just like team chain.
I mean, the
battle
best
here
one
on
I've
a
ever
hero,
had where I did that was Unibet, but
because
Unibet
everyone's
doesn't
trying to
have
build some
esports, so
armor
Yeah,
just to survive.
just to survive, and even that's not going to be enough. Even for Lou's case, was already fighting
Oh,
Favorlight
yeah.
before, and Crit shows up, makes things even worse, and Spectre will die. And there's just nobody to help him out. They all have teleports, but it looks like they just don't value the Spectre's life. It's really not a carries game.
It's definitely difficult, and I think that's why you often see
That live
the
scores
carry
like
pool
Hawk
being
Bet
so
on the match
small
page.
every patch.
I always
Because
used
there's not
to
a lot
use
of
Bet
heroes that you
365
can
for
pick
that,
can deal with this
for
type of match
just
start.
their live score
And that's
function.
why we saw like Arteezy go to the Luna or the Sven, even though
They were a
good
baller.
before.
Now I use AI
As they're
score
gonna
as a live
maybe
score.
get a kill on the crit here, but
Just taking some time.
I don't know.
A lot of
Will they? He's
effort.
waiting for the blade mill. He's stunning him, and he's dead. But of course,
And-
the support will get again.
It's Jianming. Yeah, he's going to get this one too. Very night and day performances from Azure Ray. They started off so good yesterday, but today, at least this series, not looking too hot. They are going to be playing another one right after this. Shopify already did their task of the double series. They lost the Bet Boom 2-0. And it is indeed Betboom that's going to be playing Azure Ray on this stream after this series is played out. But let's watch this fight right now. We've got Xianming throwing in a big bubble, but Saberlight able to dodge that entirely. FY dropping low with the clockwork, and Somnus still fighting with everything that he has with the Magnetize. Rolling straight back in
God's
with the
strength.
SD, but here comes Artur, the big bad Sven to slice them down, potentially get some more kills. FY is already down. Chalice is also dropping low with no more
F5?
resources.
Is it delayed?
Nope.
Oh.
Because other heroes need to do damage too. Unfortunately. I mean, Alright, so here's the good news, right? Blade Mill. This item is only as strong as your opponent is. And luckily for them, they're going to have multiple Blade Mills on Spectre and
Use them ahead
Blister.
the key.
And Shopify is
LGD
really
versus
strong
VP.
right now, so
Okay.
these Blade Mills
Shiro
are gonna be
is very
strong as a
farmed,
result.
which
So
is
that's
always
the good news.
scary.
Yep. That is some easy NA match.
Azure
for
is getting
everyone.
fucked.
But you're absolutely right.
So
Like
easy.
I think that's a really good like not a motto, but a good slogan in a way.
Oh,
Like,
that
only
Phoenix
as your
attack
opponent
speed
gets, so
slow.
I really like the sound of that.
Wow.
Oh, Ari.
A salesman.
Trade
Fire spirits. Shit.
6K lead
He's
for
gonna die, but
Rebellion, and continues to go
He got a kill,
in
and
one
he
direction that is
forces a
theirs.
4-man rotation.
Still
That's pretty
has a
big.
capability of fighting back with the Spectre
It
sting.
wasn't a
Earth Spirit
friendly
still
match. It
makes
was
a lot of good plays.
European qualifiers.
Same with the Darkseer, but
And now the Netherlands might
Rebellion
not
has a
make
good
it
head
to the
start.
European Cup,
Yeah. It's definitely
which is the sad part.
really big.
They
head
have to.
start
They
for them,
have
but
to
we've all
win
seen Spectres.
their next match against Greece.
yeah, this
This
one almost
hero.
dying at the same time. Ice Blast is coming in, and it's a really
Yeah,
good one.
oh.
Nice combination coming out from them, but they need to capitalize on this fight. However, Chalice
That
just
looked
goes
like it
down
could have been so
first,
much better.
and nobody dying from the Rebellion side.
Lou
Instead,
just
it's Arteezy
walks
wreaking
to
havoc.
Arteezy.
As the pirate he is,
How
he's
the fuck did they
instilling
only have one
fear.
kill?
Not you, my friend. Into the hearts of Azure Ray. Such a great spell combination, but just no damage.
It's just if you
And
I don't know,
Shopify
man.
still advance. Yeah,
It's
it,
just
I don't
getting
think
hard
it
to
gets
watch
better
it.
than
easily.
Yeah, 'cause, like you can't play better than that as a sure Ray. And the team fight
Like-
still isn't even close. You know what I mean?
Shopify are.
It's like, that was picture
They need to be
perfect.
ahead of
They still
Thunder
lost the
Awaken,
fight.
bro. That's all they need to be. Thunder Awaken
Goes
his
back to
ass.
how important these early laning stages are in getting the right lane matchups.
For which group? Group
But
B.
Arteezy's playing great. His
He certainly
movements.
is.
He's matching a Spectre.
Yeah,
in
Thunder
movement.
Awaken's about to get
Just
2
look at
0'd.
that. You got like the hook shots, you got the ice blast.
If
you got the
Thunder
back
Awaken
wall
gets
combos,
2 0'd,
everything
then
just
they've
crisp, clean,
already advanced on
and You'd
Shopify.
suspect 4 heroes to die right away. Nope, we got a Dawnbreaker. Didn't kill the SD, didn't kill the Venge, didn't kill the Pango. And RTZ just cleans them away.
Right moment, right
I'm actually
time.
curious.
Good awareness to show up to these fights. Honestly, in this series, Arteezy has really stepped up.
Pizar's is actually.
We'll see. maybe the
Talon
level
did
of
win a
competition
series.
is a little
Ooh.
bit different than Bet-Boom team.
That's
or
actually very
perhaps he
interesting because
leveled up
Talon
after
has
that
to play.
series,
Oh my
trying to get
god.
A little more serious.
If
As
Talon
mentioned
wins
before,
that
they did lose
series.
the Bet-Boom team pretty hard 2-0, but they have beat them in the
If
past.
Talon wins the
It's not
series
like
against
they're
PSG
not up
Quest,
to the
they
task.
advance.
Yeah.
They actually just need to have a
they're just-
tie
they
to
need
force
more
out a
help a little bit, I
tiebreaker.
suppose.
And with the history as
Speed
well,
Stars
they
is
were
about
3-2
to
in terms of
tie,
matchups this entire
probably,
year. That's
so-
why he's in trouble.
Talon, if they
Probably
win
instead.
one game, they can actually force a 3-way
Team
tiebreaker.
Tango with a diffusal OOC.
I think.
Corrosion does really,
Yeah.
sting on top of that. And they
There's
are thinking
gonna be a
about
bunch of
Roshan. There's a
tiebreakers
ping
today.
Coming out. They're just outside. Well, not a ping, a scan. They're just outside of the scan range, though.
This is not good.
Oh,
Yep.
that's
Smoked up, ready to go.
I like how he's scouting around with his.
This one
courier.
is. Yeah, TSM is just going to walk over in this game.
Courier through the portal. SD shard.
Oh, they have a
Easy.
courier on each
Okay,
portal.
it's a BKB reveal. Doesn't quite clean up Chalice, but
Dude,
they do
Lou,
isolate
stop
Lou.
dying.
He's pretty much all by
Oh, the
himself
wall gets
here.
placed.
Puts the blitz down.
Actually-
Gonna reset for a second.
Oh,
RTZ
they
is
got
dropping low,
RTZ.
and RTZ is actually going to go down. Somnus got the kill, and now Saberlight on the run. And Abed also kind of low on resources right now, waiting for some cooldowns to come back up so he can fight back. But Saberlight, can he run away? No, he can't. The connection there from Somnus. And FY.
Wait, why
back
does
in
Somnus
action.
not have a
And look at
vessel?
the Abed.
No, he
Somnus
went for Blade Mill.
does end up running out of the tree. And there goes Xianming. And crit goes down to the illusions from Chalice. Rebellion.
All right, Somnus, I see you.
We see what's happening right now. And Fly, that's a 4th kill going in the way of Azure Ray. If they can clean out this SD, which they will do so.
4-for-1 trade.
That's a pretty heavy price to pay in a way, but Abed, he's not done yet. One more good swashbuckle might just finish off FY, but he can't get to him.
Best of 1 tie breaks is nice. I take
Azure Ray
0-1
showing
all
some signs
in.
of life, if you could put it
What?
that way.
Yeah, they were able to just like be super tanky on the Spectre. They got the Ice Blast off on the RTZ. Once his BKB ran out, perfectly timed roll by Somnus. Really just like crushing that fight there. And we're starting to see a little bit of the
Infinite,
Spectre,
bro, those matches
with the
are
max
going to be
dispersion,
played
just
at
sitting there
like
and just manning
fucking
up against
4
the Sven
a.m.
with
in the
the
morning.
BKB. He didn't die there. You're going to need to, at some point, I guess RTZ didn't. He went for the BKB and lost the Echo Saver, so he lost a bit of damage output for that for survival.
I will be going to my girlfriend
But maybe
tomorrow,
he just
but
needs
next
the damage more
weekend,
than anything. Just keep farming it
next
up
weekend
until
when
you
the
get that silver edge. Once you
playoffs
have
are
a
being
silver edge,
played
then
for
I think these fights
GI,
become a lot more
I will be here.
simplistic. But they might find RTZ again here.
They find crit instead.
All right.
RTZ gets to live. So
The
that's a
entire
support kill
weekend.
going in the way of Azure Ray. Somnus secures it.
Ooh, VP just had a big fat juicy fight.
Just tanking the gank for RTZ. there.
Okay, wait, let's.
You need to take any fight. Like you see this
Look at
one
this,
forward
look at
place
this.
on the high ground, and Spirit Breaker having low cooldown from that off terrain makes a lot of difference in that fight. You see Shiro here, didn't have mana, gets silenced by a trap, and then gets bashed again, pops the ulti, but they also manage to get the
He
game.
just
So
turns
Brewmaster,
around.
If he's isolated alone with no primal split, the hero just dies.
Everybody dead and just notice
Easy,
Was
bro.
successful for them. Leads into a huge swing. That kind of
Hey, Sub
recovers
King.
almost all that you lost in the early game.
And that's going to be like the downside of picking the Dawn into the AA. Sure, you can bully the A in the laning stage because he has no stun, but as you see, he can't really save RTZ when he gets initiated on like that because he will not be providing that extra heal.
Yeah.
And I think that is like going to be a big difference maker, and it's going to force Saberlight to also not go for this Aghanims build and go straight into just being a carry, which I don't think he minds doing that, but Pango, he has an Aghanim Scepter completed now. This is a very farmed Pango.
Meanwhile, Rebellion with their smoke, 3 heroes towards the bot lane, unsuccessful.
Lou's
in
going
finding any
great.
targets, but they could
Wow,
still
Lou
have a
is playing
secondary,
old Spectre gaming.
chance by going
Blade
into the
Mill
ancient camp
Radiance.
Where Lou is right now, and it looks
And
like
he
the
is
hunt,
very screwed.
the hunt might
Will
just
he
be
buy it
successful. The
first?
smoke pops, and here we go. The bubble set up here. Crits here,
He's
Abed's
6
here, and here
gold
comes
away.
Saberlight as well. And
Will he
he's so
buy it?
close to getting it, but looks like it's going to be taken away from him. Yes, it is. He
No,
did
he bought
actually
it.
manage to buy it. He got to buy it, but here comes RTZ on the back line. Goes for Chalice.
That
Darts in,
magnetized
having low
damage
HP.
is nuts.
Lion Crit already dropped down by Somnus, and so is Saberlight
dead.
and Rebellion. Have
Chalice
already lost
is-
so many heroes, but Chalice is going to be taken down at least. They're going to go straight.
There's a
onto
BKB
the
though
Sven,
on
so with the
RTZ.
roll in, RTZ dropped half HP. Just going for the stun onto the clockwork of FY.
That's a shield
Running
rune.
around. He doesn't have a lot of targets to hit right now, and he's trying to get a bit of distance. RTZ, he has no TP out, so Abed, they kind of realize how
Abed's
hopeless
dead.
this situation
RTZ 's
is
dead.
right now, and he's dead, and RTZ's still running in circles. They're just zoning him right now. Somnus full HP, goes straight onto the Sven. RTZ fighting back.
Bye,
He's trying to
Miss
fight 1v3,
American,
but it is
bye.
too much to deal with. FY
Bro.
pops a blade mill of his own as well, and Rebellion. They no
Big
longer
fat
hold
juicy
the proper
mistakes.
economy lead. Somnus doing so much work in that
What
fight.
is going on with Somnus, man? This
That
guy,
is popping
Do you
off.
like
He's
nuts?
mad.
I love these nuts.
he's like, you're gonna trash both my side lanes, then gank me.
Oh, what the
No,
fuck?
I
Just
don't think so.
and then this game all of a sudden went to shit.
and they back. But is it a full real back from them? Yes.
I think I've
They will
sun
disengage,
thousands
they
on Shopify Rebel. When I play them
got
to win, they
themselves 2
lose.
sets of racks,
When I play them to lose, they win.
and now
What-
they have themselves
you-
a 10K
I've-
lead. The
you-
game
with
gets more
Sun, you
difficult
mean
for Chris
either
Pro,
won
but
or
the game
lost.
Going back and forth, it's anybody's game still, truthfully.
2 sets of racks picked up there by LGD. Oof.
Are pretty much safe.
Hello,
since the,
Luna Gaming.
First game with Thunder Awaken
Lost.
and Liquid. Spoiler alert.
That's sadness.
Has turned into a fortunate situation
All, you,
for Azure.
Chris,
They
that's
don't
all
have to
you
worry
gotta
about
do
if
is
they
win,
end up
win,
losing
win, no
this
matter
game.
what.
But if they do win this game, that could hinder Shopify's possibilities because that
Had this
game,
thing
I
with
think that's still
Manaspa.
going on right now. The main stream.
I have that thing with a
And,
lot of people. Oh,
Go find out for yourselves because if Thunder Awaken can
Artur?
win that game, Rebellion doesn't win this one. We have a tiebreaker, but
is
Arteezy
very
looking
dead.
on the edge
Not getting
here,
any backup.
and his life is forfeit.
Bye bye, Artur. Bye bye.
Oh boy.
I did with Team
Alright,
Tickles.
He's alone up there.
With the new Team Tickles.
Gets caught.
I have had it with multiple
By the
teams.
clock, I
Manaspa's
believe,
also
in
one
that
of those
one.
teams, always annoying.
Has to pop the BKB.
They're
Tries to
good,
run
but
away,
also super shit.
There's no running for Somnus. This man will hunt you down. He will kill you.
Gang, gang.
And he may
That's
even
still one of the dumbest things I've ever
just
heard.
take your hopes
People
of
saying
winning
gang,
this
gang.
game straight away from you when you have. I would say I haven't. That was the most convincing early game I've seen so far
Radiant's middle tower
of this
Yeah.
tournament.
Earth Spirit. Hello, Blade Mill
And for
plus
that
Heart.
9K gold lead.
Takes a fuckload of time to
Simi
kill
is
him.
gone.
middle
Like,
in
it
a
takes
matter of
really a
minutes.
long time to kill Earth Spirits, but
That's rough.
those two
That's
items.
definitely really rough. But Somnus
Right.
is just fighting tooth and nail this game to keep his team in it.
Quick shadow step used there by the Spectre. And jump on the Saberlight Dawnbreaker, but no TP cancel available. So Saberlight gets out. He's also got his courier in the way. That's a mage
Or does
slayer
he
that he's
get out?
holding.
Oh,
on to.
Saber
He runs
Chad.
into another set of issues.
Ice Blast
Oh, he
didn't
dodged
connect,
Ice Blast.
but
Somnus is coming
Earth
for you.
Spirit's really hard to dodge.
Very low on cooldown on Chilling Touch, but Somnus might be the difference maker here. And just like that, he's gonna go down. Somnus with another kill. He has been playing out of his mind here. He's really,
FY catches
really
F
hindering
fly.
Rebellion's chances of this game. But Somnus is
But
gonna get targeted on by RTZ.
that's a
Ahmed's
full
gonna be
stun
there as well.
lock.
Stun connected, and he's just perma-stunned to death with that
7
rolling
kill
thunder.
streak picked up for
And
Artur.
You know, I could have said a sigh of relief from Rebellion that we finally got this troublemaker out of the way.
And they haven't lost it
Another
yet.
Spectre Haunt, or at least a Shadow Step straight onto Fly. Takes
Okay.
down the SD, 2 for
They
1.
want to still fight or what?
Azure Ray is coming back. They call hook shot. It connects. It will go into Crit's Vengeful Spirit, but he does manage to force step away before cogs are placed down. And there's an Ice Blast that could just snipe Crit. There we go.
Ooh, and
Whoa,
Artur doesn't have
whoa.
BKB.
It does hit onto Arteezy. He gets the stun onto 2.
But he gets
they're
away.
not going high ground. They're happy with what they've been able to cause so far.
How did Spotify
Minus
lose
3
this?
kills
Spotify
for Rise of
hasn't
Somnus.
lost this yet, guys. Are they going to lose it? Possibly. Oh,
Spirit Breaker charging through, and it deals
Speaking of
way too
losing,
much
what's
damage. And
LGD
then,
doing?
Like, sure, he's still gonna stand his ground, but Bristleback, he's not gonna die. Like, Yule Scepter on top of him, FNG, good positioning coming out from him, some clutch grave saves. Saving here, noticed
Radiant's middle tower
Shiro dies, and also Inkswell, like the lifesteal that you get from it, the spell against Viper, and also the grave is gonna
look
keep
at how
Spirit
useless
alive
Viper
long
is
enough
as
for
a
them to get
hero.
full team
Just
wipe.
absolutely garbage useless.
So much here of a back and forth in this second game.
It
with
does nothing.
everything really feeling like it's on the line for Virtus Pro. And maybe a big sigh of relief. Or a sigh of I just
Well.
Viper
compared to
as a
this
hero
entire
is just
game,
hot
at least
garbage.
over
Ooh,
half of this
draft
game,
is
what it
done.
was,
Stormstormer
Rebellion
Foka,
leading
bro.
with 8,000
Watson on the
gold.
TA.
Oh, that's a Ray are the ones.
Yeah, heal as well against the Chrono.
This game.
I'm
And
liking Entity
I had
over
a thought,
SMG here.
but I lost.
They also
it,
have a
so I'll
snowball
get back to
possible
that in a
save,
bit.
but that's a hard one to pull off. But it's Kataomi, so it's
I
I got
very
a thought
possible.
too.
Go ahead.
Nah, I lost it.
Oh, you
No, I'm
lost
just
it
kidding.
too. Well, Rebellion probably might have lost this game too if this keeps on going.
I
Entity
mean,
that's gonna affect
game
the hot them.
1.
Yeah, that's the issue. Like the gold lead, I really thought Rebellion had them outpicked on this one because
Okay,
just
TSM
saw
is
them
going to
really
win.
good
That's kind of
transitioning
obvious.
into a point that
Actually,
it would be
Liquid is
unmanageable, but if
struggling
you were to tell me
against Thunder
it's like
Awaken.
40 minutes in the game and this game is
I
completely
mean, Lone
even,
Druid is
I'm gonna go
really
with the team
fucking
that has,
strong. I just
Spectre
don't know
versus
how
Darkseer
good
almost every single
Smiting
time.
Knight is on the Lone Druid. That's why I didn't go for it.
And that's kind of what it's turning out to. Like the
Plus,
Spectre is almost the same.
They have a
net worth as
Dusa,
Sven.
which...
Somnus,
Does he really care about Bear?
he's completely free farming as well. He's
In
almost
that
got
game?
Shivas, by the way. on
Viper's the
top
true
of the heart,
definition of
supposedly,
win
no?
lane lose game. Yes, very much so.
Heroes are getting
Oh, they're
very
LTPing,
large
but
and very
Manta
concerning,
style
because once it becomes a point where Arteezy
is
just
very
can't
strong in killing
kill
Roche.
someone in like 3 to 4 hits, that's when you just lose the game, I think.
Thunder Awakened, Liquid
You know
still
what I'd love
sleeping.
to see this game from Azure Ray that would really be the cherry on top of the cake would be a plate mail for FY, or sorry, for Tianming.
If I put on this light, am I brighter?
Yeah, that would be pretty throwy.
Yeah.
Brighter than your future. Look at that
Something
forehead,
just, you know,
baby.
completely out of the
Look at
He
that
box.
doesn't
forehead.
have enough HP to return damage. You know what I mean?
That is true. That is true. But you know
Ooh.
the times of
Why do
playing
you have no
against the
jogging
Tinkers
pants
and the
on?
Marches of the
Because
machines, and you pop blade mills and you run
I
into
never
more the
really
merrier,
wear
the more damage
jogging
inflicted back. And
pants.
Sven is a clean hero, so the more blade
I
mills
have
the
them.
better. And he actually walks straight
But I
into
never
Azure
really.
Ray. They're going to pump the saber light ulti right away. Crit's going to be finding a Somnus on the high ground as well. But
Oh, the Rolling Thunder.
And Somnus gonna need some
Ice
help.
Blast,
Ice Blast
though.
coming in, but a beautiful
Lou is
Rolling Thunder just going
losing
back
his
and forth
first
top and
life.
making them work. They will
Oh,
take down
man.
the Aegis of the Spectre, and Somnus is still being controlled and finally taken down. Lou.
This
They're
is a
gonna
weird
force out
fight.
RTC
Let
for
him
the
see
time
RTC.
being.
Nice force staff.
He's getting a 3-man stun.
He's
maybe.
coming in back for a round number 2. Takes down Chalice. FY trying to turn around, but Rebellion only lost one hero so far. Saberlight still being controlled by Lou. Lou still running right on top of him. Crit's going to be low on HP. So is FY. Lou and FY. Can the dynamic duo
Will
make it
Saberlight
work?
die?
Does the magic work in their favor? Saberlight's about
Yes,
to
he
burn
will.
out of HP with the Urn. Finally, that's taken
The
down.
break.
FY running
But
away.
the
RTC
blade
really
mill
out
bait.
there with the blade mill.
No.
Shadow Step coming out. Low going to go chase for the RTC kill as he can.
No.
It's a triple kill for him, and he's not done yet. He's
That
got
blade
one next
mill
on his
at the
sights. He's just
fucking
gonna roll
right
up, try to
second
buy some
there.
time, trying to get some distance here, but the Shadow Step, or
out.
not the Shadow Step, the
He
Spectral
comes
Dagger,
in on the
not
Sven,
gonna connect,
and he comes in
also
with that
Lou
Silver Edge.
will
So the
have to
first
walk
hit
out.
with
Well,
Silver
not
Edge is a
empty-handed,
crit.
but
He
doesn't
pops
clean
Blade
out the
Mill,
rest
and
of the
then
team,
Sven
but
just
holy damn.
chunks half his
I
HP
mean,
away.
RTC just killed himself on a blade mill at the end there. Whoops. I get it. He wanted to get that the break off, but unfortunately he hit him like 3
Hey,
times with the
I
blade
don't bet
mill
on these games,
Sure,
but
he
if
was
my
broken,
predictions are
but
correct, I'm happy. If my
he just turned
predictions
back
are
and
wrong,
fought
I'm
you and
actually
ended up
very
killing
sad.
you, and you're gonna see a bit of a replay here. They poked him at the beginning here, and Somnus is doing his job of just getting in there. Maybe he should consider a BKB because he is getting chain stunned quite hard. But we'll have to see. Gets out for now. Aegis really does save this fight though in a lot of different ways. Because with the Spectre coming back in the fight, that is the reason why they're
Surprise,
so
surprise,
quick with
Fly
kills.
has a blink, but there's a black back wall right in front
I got a
of
Azure
the
at
tier 3 tower.
3.2.
And Saberlight can't quite
Those
control
are
Chalice.
pretty
Their
good
Ice Blast
odds.
is also into the base, but it's not gonna connect onto this SD.
If they win, obviously, if they
Radiant's
lose,
still
they're
coming out with
they're
these
shit
nasty
odds
Spectre
because
illusions, but he's fine
doesn't
inside
matter
the
what
fountain.
happens. Oh,
SMG's gonna survive a little bit longer with the shallow grave that he's got, but Squadix is wicked sick now as they take out nothing to say. The
Ooh,
fight
Luna.
got split a
Look at
little
this
bit.
damage.
oh, the two
from the
cores
Dark
of
Fortress,
LGD are
but
dead.
Shiro, he can
Roche is
play
up,
the
third
game.
Roshan of the game.
Shiro is
It's about to go
causing a
Radiant
lot of
side as well, so
trouble.
that's Ags
He's
Roche.
just not doing anything. Like he can't get Satanic off. They need to buy
Free
something
Ags Roche.
for him, some kind of a Lotus Orb. So if he gets charged, it charges back, or
Yeah, it's gonna
like, just
walk
Red
the other
Strike
side, guys. Dunk, dunk,
to
dunk,
replicate it.
dunk, dunk,
This
dunk.
is like I don't think I've seen it. Like what Notice is doing.
That's always funny. Dunk, 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 dunk.
So healthy, Fly's gonna drop, and both supports gone from Rebellion. Azure A leaning out the supports, a double for Lou. And they've
They're
spotted RTC, they're
spamming.
keeping in. Can they get to him?
He has a gem on Somnus, but
Going the other way.
he's
Arturzy.
out of there. He's good. Pushed out top. Probably gonna try and push out bot once he realizes the coast is clear. But for now, the coast is not clear. As guess what? Shadow Step already off cooldown. 40-second cooldown. It's nothing.
Very nice.
And RTC, he's just sitting there like, do I want to go? Is this worth it?
Meanwhile, they're going to just jump with the clockwork here.
Vacuum
Shadow
wall.
Step. They drop Saberlight very low with that RTC. He's down to 400 HP, very low to falling. BKB trying to run away. Warcry as well.
Ice Blast
Get
comes
that
in a
extra
bit
distance,
late,
but Lou
but-
going to go for the bash onto the crit Vengeful Spirit. who's
Ah,
just gonna
Crit's
give
just
his
trying
life
to
away
distract.
So the rest of them can live a day longer. Somnus though on the roll, but nobody there. Tier 2
RTC just
tower.
can't man fight anymore.
No, he cannot. The thing is, the more targets the hit clumped up, Sven loves those situations, but if they get any blade mails off, he's like, nah, I'd
It's
rather
like,
not.
nah.
Pretty much, right?
He also has a blade mill, right?
duration of his
Yeah, they have
BKB
2 blade
to hit,
mills.
which is 6
3
seconds.
blade mills on the
But
side of
how many hits are
Azure.
you gonna get off in
3
that 6
blade
seconds?
mills, bro. That's
So if you're
fucking
getting
dumb.
Abyssal bladed, right? Which is
3
minus
blade
2.
mills.
Then you're gonna get a random bash, and then between that too,
Half the fight
was
you can't hit
another
the
couple
enemy.
Seconds. So you really only have like a few seconds to hit heroes right now. And then otherwise you're just killing yourself with blade mills and slash dispersion. it's rough. It's definitely getting rough.
Butterfly Nullify.
probably
Nullify is
looking
always
back
great. Yeah, they have
mentally on
4
the early
staffs.
game
Right?
and
They
wishing
still
they
have
could go
saves. They
back
have the
and
swap
make
save,
few less
obviously.
mistakes there.
They have the
This could be a
disruption
completely
save.
different game if they didn't have those.
And you
couple
can
team
also,
fights
like,
where
technically
they
Celestial
overextended.
Hammer to get out.
But it is what it is, and
It
right
is
now
what it is,
the,
indeed.
The Spectre is just taking off. Really, yeah. This hero has got all the items it needs in the game. It doesn't need anything else to carry this game. Everything else is just a luxury, and this is kind of like if you look at PA and the peak of
look at
why
the
she was
smoke
strong
right
with
now.
the late game.
FY in the front. The smoke's popped off of Arteezy, but the rest of them are right behind him.
Do they see him?
Somnus, Chalice in a good position here. Back
FY
wall
has
is
the
available.
Assault Cuirass, by the way.
Oh god. Oh god.
He's C on Clockwork. Okay.
That's got to be.
Clock
one of
is
the
good for.
first
Yeah, Clock is very
times
good against
I've seen
Pango.
an assault
Same like
cuirass on a Clockwork, but you do you. FY,
Tusk,
whatever
because you
seems
can
to be
fuck,
working.
and
Definitely is.
or
And great
Shaker,
goals for
because
the
you can
swap
like
play.
block
Chalice
off
still leader.
That's a big
and fuck
kill.
up
That is a
Rolling
really good
Thunder.
stop for the fight. Fly snipe to the back level.
1-for-1 trade.
Is flying in, harpooning in another target. It's FY.
Thumbless actually
FY's
going
gone,
in.
and so is that assault cuirass.
Lou is so
Now
slow. Look at
Somnus
Lou,
trying to
how
roll
slow
in for
he's
connections
moving.
to
Demonic
crit, but
Purge.
he rolls all the way out of the fight. Lou
Think?
needs a car target to connect to. There's the quick Starbreaker used there by Saberlot to keep Somnus busy. Somnus going all the way to the
Somnus
Shiftry
going
Tower.
deep.
Crit's going to be taken down. Abed's going to be the next target focused on by Lou. Meanwhile, Arteezy snipes Xian Ming at the back line.
Arteezy's going for the back line, but so is Lou.
And that is yet again
And,
another kill. It's 3 for 3 taken and just 2 left on both sides.
I mean, how the storyline of this game is just flipped entirely. Like, that was a perfect fight from Shopify Rebellion. You know,
And the
how
plus
much
side
work
is you
Chalice
can
and
also
Darkseer has been doing.
interrupt
You kill them immediately. There was
his
no vacuum. There was no wall in that
like
fight. And still,
Rolling
It's like
Thunder
an even
TP
fight
with
if you
hook
even
shot,
call it.
or with
I'd say it's still a
in
bit of a
Tusk's
win
case
here
with
for
Walrus
Sure
Punch,
Ray.
even though
But
like
it's a 3 for 3
the range is
exchange.
kind of tricky on that one.
I wonder what Somnus figured out at some point of that early / mid game. What he needs to do. Did he get like I'm not honestly. He just understood exactly what to do. He's hyper focused. He's doing so much work for this team, keeping them in this what this game even is, because it's like you said earlier, it's all over the place. But it suddenly turned into an Azure Ray somewhat
but then-
dominance. Arteezy Sven is just not strong enough to beat all of them at this point. Spectre scaled into the game. FY has an assault cuirass on a Clockwork.
He's
And
got
some
Blade
bots
Mill
next.
AC for staff. I was wondering, like, why is he so aggressively positioned? And then I was like, oh, this Clockwork has, 40 armor, 42 armor to be exact. I can see it now with the Blade Melt.
You should probably
He
get
is
a
very, very
HP
tanky,
item
and that's
like
the
heart
issue
or
for
something,
Arteezy
and then
right
he's
now.
just
It's
never
like,
gonna
you can't
die.
really kill anyone quickly. Maybe the Darkseer. And, of course, that's it. Those are the 2 targets
won that
you can
game?
kill quickly. And that's a rough position to be in, because Abed, he's not playing a hero that does a lot of damage, or at least not burst damage right now.
LGD
A lot
will-
of spread damage. And Saberlight, he's just not scaling.
I'm sorry,
right?
PP.
And
Oh, there's a
He's
quick
dead.
jump on this Dawnbreaker, and there goes
LGD somehow
Saberlight.
still won that game.
And that's what I mean. You picked this Dawnbreaker into the AA just because you wanted to win your lane. And they did. They
Hopefully
won
that
really
wasn't
hard.
the all-in.
Arguably,
couldn't
it's
bet
worth
on
it
them.
If you do want to play a draft,
Thank the Lord,
this hero's probably not
because
good for the
life bets
game,
were
but we're gonna
closed.
crush lanes so hard
Hey,
that
a
it
blessing
doesn't
in
really
disguise,
matter.
baby.
But in this game, you can't rely on the Solar Guardian because
For sure.
Yeah,
Which means you have to kill.
someone insert. We lost our lane. Oh no. Anyway, that's what Azure raised. They
CSM won their game.
They lost the laning stage. We're ahead of this game right now.
And this one just started, and this one is
Almost getting
Liquid's ahead in
insurmountable.
that game.
And the point I was trying to draw earlier was PA, right? That hero.
I am going to quickly delete
biggest
all the
weakness is it
messages
doesn't
in
farm
the
fast.
predictions live bet chat, by
It's
the way,
very weak
because I
for a
can't
large
follow
portion of
my
the
own
game.
fucking predictions anymore.
But then in the late game, it just kills everyone. And if Spectre is a very similar hero to that, where it's weak in the early game, very exploitable,
How can I, like,
but is a monster in the late game. And I think Shopify Rebellion
Oh, that's
really
how you
just
do it
missed that
fast.
timing of fully exploiting this Spectre.
Yep.
And now the Spectre is 6-slotted. And now you probably have the biggest mountain
Got so
climb.
many jumps from Chalice before, but this
Yeah, I
time
probably should do that.
the smoke popping is not going to be one,
They
but
got it
Arteezy
easy.
gonna get bubbled up by Lou, going straight for Fly. Fly's gonna be gone. The Ice Blast is gonna be on its way, but it's not even needed at that point, because Flying Crit's already down, and Arteezy trying to fight back, trying to take down Xian
trying to use
Ming,
Satanic,
just trying to
but
chase
ew.
him, but the Saberlight, it's not gonna be he's not gonna be showing up in time, and there goes your Dawnbreaker. Tries to teleport away, and not successful in doing so. Also a buyback off a Fly, but they don't have buyback to the side of
Fly.
Rebellion. Azure
Yeah,
Ray
is,
is going to march into the high ground.
One,
There's a
I
chance you
think.
call it. There's a very
Azure
good
still
chance that
busy.
you call this soon. Arteezy just finished Satanic, and guess what? Well, a blast hit him, right?
Yeah.
Didn't do anything. Dawn also ulted on top of Arteezy, trying to save him. Well, still doesn't do anything because you have an Ice Blast on you. Very unfortunate situation to be in here. But apparently they see something that I don't see that's going to make them stay in this game a bit longer.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Because they're going to have no more creeps anymore, which means they're going to...
One of those games where perseverance has paid off despite the
Oh, the
difficult
fountain
odds.
bait, I see.
SMG looks to be winning. Bro, SMG's game just started.
Well, at least that's going to open them up.
They're
to
like
take an
less than
entire-
1,000 gold ahead.
Radiant's
Well, every single Rax to be playing as this bottom lane is the next one to be targeted. Abed still trying to buy some time. 15 seconds for Arteezy, and he's got gut strength up by the time he is alive again. Just cannot afford a buyback, so it's basically a one-trick wonder, one-trick pony for Rebellion. And Azure Ray, they also recognize Arteezy's coming back up, but FY, oh my goodness, that's a risky hook shot with no backup. But he forces Saberlight back
I
to
thought
the
he was just
fountain with
fucking
that
around.
ulti, so ulti for ulti traded. He's just toying with them right now. But Ulu comes out of nowhere.
Ice
With this
blast.
concept, the vacuum is gonna
Can't
be there.
run
It's
into
right
the
on top of
fountain.
Arteezy and Saberlight. They're trying to go back and forth into the fountain, out
Fly,
of the fountain, into the
Disruption
fountain,
trying to
and
keep
they're
himself
gonna
alive.
stay as Somnus and Chalice and FY.
Nope.
Azure Ray's figured out maybe a weakness in Rebellion in this game, but also figured out something I'm still yet to figure out. Because they've really made this game what it is. Arteezy's low, so is Somnus, about to be finished off, and he will drop. So does Saberlight. Chalice with a normal punch into the face.
They're fucking around a lot.
Trying to force that himself back into the fountain.
Come on,
There goes
Azure,
Chalice, the
let's win this.
22-year-old's down. Maybe a bit too cocky, I guess you could put it that way, because this is Rebellion territory that we're
Lou?
talking about right now. Lou returning back to the fray.
Oh,
And
the Ice
Arteezy's
Blast
gonna
on
get
Artur,
cold
bye-bye.
feet, stuck on the spot.
And
frozen
that's
on
the
spot,
GG.
And there we have it. This series tied up, and you know what, Fear?
Radiant's
It's all up to Thunder Awaken now.
Yeah, it is. So, Arteezy,
It's all up to Thunder Awaken now. Let's check out Thunder Awaken.
Beautiful tidal wave coming up on the 2-2, then caught onto Nisha with the tornado. They're throwing it
Oh,
over to the
Nisha's
Bear.
actually out of mana.
Some help. She needs it now. They need to come in and save
The bear died.
Nikke trying to stand his ground.
Disruption save.
Disruption's there from Boxy. No way does Nikke survive this. Knight's Bear, he's on the case and will finally finish the job. The snake is dead. The bear is supreme.
If the bear dies, then there's no resummon. And Knight is dead. No resummon.
With the bear, they'll go for the druid and they kill him off as well. Liquid 3 survive versus only 1 on the side of Thunder Awaken.
Yeah, it's Boxy doing such a good job there, prolonging the fight just long enough with that Medusa, but also Nikke just standing his ground. And Thunder Awaken, they're like kind of close to killing her, but not close enough. But then the fact it just takes so long, Liquid are able to just regroup, reassess the fight, and then finally kill off that Thunder Awaken aggression there. And yeah, this is where are we at? I keep just clicking on Willow, I won't lie. I'm a simple man. I'm just like, okay, where is Willow at her point yet? But no. And yeah, we just saw in the Invoker, he is going to be going towards the
Wait, what the fuck is he building?
Fights, over
Rapier?
or Torrent Storm into Cataclysm. These supports could potentially just go down through just getting hit by these insane spells of the late game.
I mean, we've seen 2 fights go almost the exact same way now, where they're just trying to throw everything at the Medusa. They almost get her down. They get down to the HP pool, and then she's just narrowly kept alive.
Does he have a shard? Actually, I can't fucking check because this shit's bugged.
Medallion, drum, there's a lot of ways for her just to be buffed up, and in her final moments of life, she can pump out so much damage to then help her team convert on actually winning the game or winning not the game but the engagement.
Yeah, about 12k damage dealt in the last fight, so Mickey definitely, you know, the longer he stays alive, the more he's going to get off.
Earth Spirit's the most farmed hero on the Radiant side, and it's not even close.
But he's got Aether Lens Blink Dagger. He's not in the fights. He's like another map away, just waiting to jump in. But here we go. Roshan has respawned. He's sitting, waiting in the pit. And both teams know it. As we set up for the Roche fight. Hello, looking at Bear, Sladden, he sees his target, he sees Boxy, but Boxy's even got an Ogre Steel Totem to try and get himself.
Oh, Ice Blast.
Not bad. And they're gonna try and
It's a very good Ice Blast.
is gone. The damage is there.
But Mickey, he's got right click time.
Stone Gaze out with the split shots, blasting them down. Knight's the only one to drop so far, but they're pretty low on resources. They need to get themselves away.
And
can't fight without his Bear. Illich, unfortunately, gonna get
he gets away.
but TP's out regardless,
Sunstrike?
apparently. Okay.
No.
Tries to find him with a Sunstrike. That's not going to connect, but even though they survive mostly on the side of Thunder Awakens, they leave the Roshan area, and this is going to allow Medusa to get into the pit. How quickly can they recover and get back on the map inside of the Thunder Awaken? I think not quickly enough.
They are slowly getting so tanky.
don't forget, BP, to take
It
out
is
the
becoming
profits
so
you
hard
made
to
today,
take the fight and- Ooh,
and just chill.
I need
Just
to
chill.
double check something. We have a quite alright, important update, guys. I know we got multiple games happening at the same time, but if you are a Thunder Awaken fan, Shopify did just lose their second game. So if Thunder Awaken are able to get victory in this game, they are not eliminated. They claw themselves back into a tiebreaker against Shopify. So it isn't as simple as they're just out now. Like this game, it means
I will
their
withdraw.
entire TI run.
I will withdraw everything going home tomorrow. Nice.
No pressure then. But they are playing for
Easy.
something at least.
Take the wins and
On
run.
the back of a Midas Willow, the back of a Lone Druid. It's a crazy strategy here, but it might just work out. Bear's about to come back in about 1 second, and there we go. Thunder Awaken, they have their carry back. I'm unsure of where the second Spirit Bear was. Might have just been on cooldown.
How
for
is
when he died
SMG
before.
let's see, are any of the other games
Kinda
having a
awkward in
draft
fight when
ready?
you do lose the bear,
SMG is
then
currently
you-
slightly
you
losing
do
against Entity.
just
This, of course,
can't
DK
fight
Truman
anymore. You can't
predicted
contest
Entity,
Roshan
so
either,
obviously Entity has to win.
Willow, though, does now complete the Monkey King bar, so has the Aghanim Scepter, has a Monkey King
You're
bar.
correct,
40
thanks for
damage, 45
reminding.
Attack speed, Pierce's evasion, Midas
That's
as
how
well,
we roll,
35
baby.
attack speed. Going for the Moonshard
the
next
quiver,
as
yeah.
well.
Warfit profit.
Yeah, she's gonna
That's what we're
become
looking for.
quite a threat to this Medusa for sure. It helps though Medusa does have Silver Edge, so going to be able to just disengage if there's no detection. On top of that, you have Disruption. It isn't the perfect Willow game to become the carry and just kill from a distance. There's going to be a lot of things that Thunder Awaken needs to kind of just
Bro.
tick within the fight,
What?
get those checkboxes going, and
Stop sanking.
detection, make sure you can survive.
Please
through
let
stage.
Thunder
For
win.
Liquid,
You have a Thunder bet or
fundamentally just respect the fact that Thunder Awaken are scaling, even though the game is feeling a little bit liquid
want
favored.
them
Like,
to
there
go
is
back
always
so
this
early?
comeback potential. Like they do so much damage if they can get through it. And
Oh my god.
the graphs just a little bit back and forth here. But yeah, Liquid now
Were
slowly
they-
trying to get themselves.
is that the last match that they've played in their group?
Outside of just this kind of 5-6k territory.
Yep. Hey, just gonna help with that as well. Whoa, Boxy!
Yes.
That was deep.
I want to see Knight go far, man. Maybe you
Playing
should
around
swap
there.
regions.
Both teams very cautious. of
Heat
one
Stars
another.
are actually doing
Nikkei
better than I would have
doing
expected.
damage to the towers. Illich jumps in, they kick in the Medusa, they want to try and catch Mickey on his first life, but he is going to pop the
The
Stone
problem
Gaze.
is
So far,
Ice
position
Blast
needs to
on
get back into
Dusa
the
does
team,
nothing.
and he will. Pretty low on mana now.
Because Dusa doesn't
Already any
care
decent
about
way to
her
restore it.
HP
Oh, never
pool.
mind, Cheese in the backpack could get that in if he wants, but
You can still get mana
Wait
back
for
when
now.
you're Ice
Try and use
Blasted.
some snakes. Get that.
FCR is very good. I always loved FCR when he was a safe laner because of his
Nikkei
lone
is
druid,
opting to go
and
for the
obviously
Aghanim
as offlane you
He
can
kinda
do
feels
exactly
like he's
that.
lacking just a little bit of control around him, so go for the Ags, allows his Mystic Snake to turn those heroes to stone. And
I expected Keith Stars to
a
go
little bit more
first.
damage, and at this point, yeah, it's kind of a
I mean, there are
perfectly,
4 teams that go
fine
at the
fighting
same
choice
time
here.
sanking,
Some
so
people might argue,
or-
you know, it's satanic and
yeah.
stuff, but with the AA removing the
All
healing,
Nouns need to do is
sure,
just
I
beat
think this is just a kind of
VP
lack
and
of
they're
respect
Gucci.
towards what he's against. And Centaur, he thinks he's tanky,
He's not.
but he's not.
He's nothing. That's not a centaur, that's just a horse. And now going on to the barracks, Mickey doing the real damage, but kicked back once again in the same position as before.
That's a big one. Disruption save. But the Thorn
Foxy
Storm.
gets the disruption, delays
And
the
Mickey
attack.
actually has an
Also
Aegis.
going
Never
to
mind.
Mickey
Look at
to get
this.
away, but they can't. It's too much damage coming out from
Oh
the
no,
Liquid.
we
Sure,
lost
Mickey's
Mickey.
fine there.
Luckily enough, he doesn't have a second life. Oh wait, he does.
So is the Druid.
Hello,
He
full
has no
HP.
buyback at the
Even as a
moment.
cheese
This is
left.
critical. Mickey's
Bye
back,
bye, game's
and
over.
he has a cheese as well, so it's not even
Actually,
like the
Talon
was his only form
did
of
just
jumping
win a
back
series
into this.
today, and they
Barrett
are
is gonna
tied
fall,
now.
top lane is down.
I honestly expect Talon to
Do
go
Liquid
forward
stop
to the
here?
next
I
round.
don't think so. Two heroes dead. Without
They just
buyback
had a
on the
shit
side
day
of Thunder
yesterday,
Awaken.
but I expect them to go.
Centaur uses
To the
buyback in
playoffs.
previous fight. They're going to try and keep in, but instant hex.
So much damage out into Sladam, and he's Xboxed as well. Does he have a BKB? He doesn't. He's a
Oh,
jungle.
and the
Stop
torrent
up.
on top,
Torrent on
Sladam.
him. He's going down. The Medusa
Double
doing too much
buybacks,
damage to
but will
Sladam.
they
Sladam
stop
is gone. Does
their
have the
rush for
buyback,
Megas?
he
No,
gets
because
smoke
Lone
out.
Druid's
They
dead.
need to make something work here.
Why would you
25
stop
seconds
when
until
Megas are
Ice
so
Blast.
close
That
and
might
Lone
be what we're
Druid,
waiting
the
for
only
here.
one you fear is
Shadow Ball
gone?
coming out once
Actually,
again, volleying out the damage onto Mickey.
Dark
Mickey
Willow
gets the
damage
cheese,
is
of
pretty
course, so
nasty
never
there.
in any real trouble here.
But
And then comes that
Mystic
cheese.
Snake, yep. Oh, he actually went
Now,
MKB.
real forms of
I was so
coming back
hoping
into this. They got in
for
their kickbacks
Rapier.
there once again. Can the real carry do it? The Willow, she's fighting from the backlines, but the Stone Gaze is out, and that is going to delay
Oh,
Willow.
Tornado
She's
actually
stoned,
also
turns
on
to stone,
Willow.
Can't get off the damage anymore, but Sladam escapes from the sidelines. Pretty clutch
So
plays, honestly,
Thunder
coming
is
from Thunder
out.
with just
I
3 heroes.
think
The
so,
Willow takes back
yes.
Liquid.
They
Ice
needed
Blast,
a
Finesse
map
onto the
win.
Medusa, but I don't think they can chase out this far. You can't fight on your low ground at the moment. But still, Knight and Sladam keeping them in the game.
I feel like for Liquid, though, they just need to wait for the next X mark, allow Mickey to TP back to base, X mark
Yep.
back, get full
That would
mana.
also mean that Thunder are the
During
first
clarity
team out.
For Liquid, it is just reset, look for bot rats, get that mega creeps, and Thunder Awaken. They need to find some magical entry to this next engagement.
It's not a good game for them if they get Mega, I'd say. Like, you don't have one of these drafts which can really deal with it, I don't think.
Yeah.
You will be stuck in your base, hiding behind your druid.
So sad, I do agree.
Illusions coming up to the
But, you
right,
know,
Sladam just kicking them away,
I actually
but
don't really at all like the
for
way
any way you
the
can get
group
off the
stage is
X.
set up at TI.
Sladam is
The
sitting
whole
there.
everything a
Why
best
does
of
everything
two
scared?
until 4 teams are eliminated,
Whereas
and
the
then
Druid
for
is just
seeding
fine,
in
happy
the
by. Mickey
playoffs,
gets
we're
into
gonna
it
have
himself.
best of 3s.
Right, is it safe yet, guys? Nope. All right, fair enough.
How the fuck don't you have a best of 3 for fucking the bottom teams to try and win against each other?
Send in the illusions, do it for free. Take the range rack first. Wait for a second, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing.
But they jump in, they find Zai. hit
Center
back.
catch, Sai.
He needs some more damage than this, though. He's going to get off the BKB, and now
He's gonna get
Sladam
cracked.
rolling on across, but the water part
But
of
in
boat,
comes the
everything's coming down
rest.
before
Mickey
Zai
coming in.
dies.
Ooh, center
That's gonna make
stampede.
it a very awkward engagement, but it is enough to force back Liquid for now. Although Mickey does see Sladam here and just wants to force him out. That's the thing, like every time
So
he's down
close to
in the base, it
Megas.
seems like Liquid are willing
SMG
to go
Entity,
engage
who
them.
won? They're still busy. Entity is
Good catch from
currently
Thunder,
ahead by 3k.
finds the Kunkka. Again, he's got
Oh,
some
and Talon
illusions.
is about to draft. Oh yeah, the winner of this, if there's a winner in this series, that winner goes on to the next round. So Talon needs to at least win a map.
Secondary carry is
SMG needs to win 2-0 to stay.
Yes.
Let's see. SMG is in
No, they just need to
this
wait.
one.
Get the Kunkka to
They
respawn,
are
bring it
currently
back
1
down
and
to the other side of the
5.
map, and then
Evil Geniuses is also 1 and 5. No, they can lose 2-0
one siege
if
without
EG also loses 2-0.
He's got a
Yeah.
BKB. Not really how he wants to use it, but I
Then they
see
can
it
force
from the other
tiebreakers
side, and that's
against
all right.
EG.
Although the Centaur, he's been chunked once again. As Medusa just annihilating him, but okay, getting jumped by Knight now. The Bears on top, and they're going to be able to force out the
SMG
Stone
have
Gaze.
Void,
That's his first
and they are
defensive
no,
tool
they have
done.
Void, but they are
Still
not
has
ahead in
BKB
gold.
though. But Sladam in from
At
the
least
side,
that's what
the
I
kickback.
just saw.
He's still trying to keep this fight alive. He's still trying to keep the fight going for them. And Mickey, he's getting pretty low on the old mana right now as the pit's coming in for the Dark Willow, but Sladam is
That Dark
gone.
Willow damage
The
is
Bears
kind of
lined up the
nutty.
floor as well.
Oh,
The resummon
Nisha's actually
is
caught.
onto Nisha. Nisha's losing his health. He's gone. Big Foxy, he needs to leave. Oka Steel Totem
Can they find Mickey?
Disruption. I mean,
He's dead,
Mickey just needs to get out. Why is he sticking around here? The rest of the team, they're coming back.
Why is
in.
everyone
Liquid.
buying back on
This is a
Liquid?
crazy old play, but with no Sladden, they don't think they can fight. And they might
This
be
is
right.
wild.
Bear, gonna be
Oh,
the
Bear's
target right
dead. Yeah,
now.
no,
Druid
GG.
taking
That's
some
game.
heavy hits. Willow just
That
trying to
was
get himself back.
a
Still
little
no
bit
Druid
dangerous,
buyback
but
available. Does not
yeah,
have the
with
cash.
Sladden dead,
And
it's
Liquid, they get started on the
Illich
left
trying to
back,
kill
but
off the
Sladden,
Medusa.
Nikke,
Oh, he
He's
dies.
gonna drop. They don't
He doesn't have a
buyback.
buyback.
On the Medusa, the game might not be over yet somehow, but
Knight has a buyback.
down. Does he have buyback? Yes, he does. Immediately use it without hesitation. Will he get here in time to save the Centaur? I
It's
don't
a
think so.
1
Centaur
versus
is
3
gone,
now for the
and
Dark
now
Willow.
It is one Knight versus the world. I don't think it's happening for Thunder. They fight very, very hard, but their final lane of Barrack is gonna fall.
Does anyone have a buyback? Lone
Last time
Druids
that you might be
doesn't
seeing
have enough
Thunder away
gold.
from Ancient in their road to the international. If this is to go down, then they are eliminated, and there's no buyback, so it kind of gonna happen.
Yeah, 40 seconds for the Druid, 60 for the Medusa, but they can push without her. Nisha is here. He's got the damage they need. Tier 4
Come on,
tower
Dark
first
Willow,
one's
I
gonna
believe
drop.
in you.
Thunder, all they can do is watch. It's such an awkward position to be in.
No,
And now the
Dark
bows
Willow's
coming
dead.
down, they catch out the Willow. Knight is gone.
GG,
GG
no
scores. Thunder
re.
Awaken. Their
Thunder
dream ends
Awaken.
here. It was always going to be a long shot for them to make a deep run to this TI, and Liquid will stomp out their hopes.
That is the end. Thunder Awaken are the first team at TI to get their asses smacked and are eliminated.
But one thing that they're going to have to deal with as well is a little bit of just tankiness and mobility from some of these SMG cores. Like Puck, Void are fairly similar in, if you can't catch them or lock them down for longer than 1-2 seconds, it's really hard to ultimately get to kill them. He's mid one. Very, I don't know if he did this on purpose, but he time walked.
Are you
forward
guys
fast.
hearing the rain?
Never mind. Now he will walk through it. So they will know he's here.
Yeah, they definitely have a insight that he's in the area. It's a matter
like,
of what
heavy
do
rain.
with that information. Is certainly going to see him. Even Grimstroke showing up. So yeah, they know they're here. They're pinging out, but not really doing too much with it, at least just yet. Invoker, by the way, just got his own BKB, so putting high priority on the BKB as you'd expect.
Yeah, you would definitely, like, even, honestly, time dilation alone makes Invoker unplayable. Like, you're literally getting chronoed if you're getting time dilated because you can't cast spells.
Okay.
So that's that BKB for that spell alone is good enough for me.
Not too shabby. Maybe get a Lotus Orb on the team or something. But oh, they're gonna be a big find here. The opening faces Void, cold snaps.
LGD won game 2? Yes, LGD won game 2.
Here comes Dawnbreak with the Solar Guardian. Golem is out as well. Mid one gonna be disarmed, but he walks away at the last second. Techies, that disarm from him. Doing a work here, certainly, as well as all the nades, but Techies, that is gonna be too much to handle. He'll end up falling. No one manages to barely live on Puck.
Watson's man fighting against mid one.
They're going toe-to-toe to the left over here, but no, the tornado hits, and now mid one could be in trouble. Snowball in. I know we're watching the right as well, but mid one is going to go down to the Sunstrike. Back over the right side now. It's going to be a kill on Dawnbreaker. So another case of kind of two different fights happening.
What happened even? What? That was such a strange fight. So first of all, I'm pretty sure that the Deafening Blast from Stormstormer
Feed
canceled
one?
the blast
Is that
from
no
Techies
one
the
or mid
moment
one?
Before he landed. I don't know if we can get a replay on
Which
that,
one's
because I feel
feed
like
one?
that would have changed the entire fight. And then, yeah, so mid one was manning up on the TA, but I guess he had no mana for the chrono. Ends up getting. He got hardcore punished for that one.
Wait, he didn't Anna her
No, you're
chrono?
right. The no banner for the chrono out, the EMP hitting, and that's.
Look at that.
threw him
No
off
one
Billy,
has a
'cause, like I said,
fucking
I know we're
Witchblade
focused on, there was
E-Blade.
really two different fights. You had the Underlord and Dawnbreaker going out to the right, and Techies even throwing, but then on the left.
Oh no.
Mid one was completely isolated. Speaking
Luckily
of the
enough, E-Blades
isolation,
himself stays alive.
Puck right here almost gets caught out in a bad spot, but no one. He's going to be fine. as
No one
they
was.
back
Will
off,
RTZ
being
win
Techies
TI?
and maybe
Fuck
somebody
no.
else coming in, so.
No chance.
Man, this
No
is
one
definitely one of
was
these
GOAT
games,
in
though, Kiz, it feels
2017,
like
bro. That
anything
was
can certainly happen
that
in
was
this one.
old
There's
VP. That
a
was
lot of action
fucking.
going on with a lot of back and forth. I do also like no one's itemization.
That was Roger VP.
Needed
Ages ago.
against
So
you.
close to 3 years, not in a row. Yelling booze.
Definitely very nice of him to understand
35
exactly what he needs
months.
in order to scale, because
Hi, I'm a
also
Belgian,
now they
brother.
Get, the gem, get rid of these TA traps as his blink gets cancelled by the little golems.
How you doing?
Always
How's
love
the-
some F-Blade,
How's
so
the
no
missus?
one has more burst to work with now. if it
And
comes
the
to that.
daughters?
You got Ghost Scepter also picked up by Grimstroke, so yeah, really putting value.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
going
gonna.
ethereal.
This is.
Was about
definitely
to
a
drop the
nullifier
series.
game
I
for the Radiant
personally
heroes.
like the
Look at the techies as well. Glimmer Force,
entity
it's gonna be
draft
a
more.
third goal
They've
scepter,
got a
so
possible
you're
save with
gonna
the
need to
snowball
deal with
against
those pesky
Chrono.
defensive items. Fishman gets wards off.
Oh,
They've got Katomi, of course,
Techies.
on
Blast off.
Tusk, which is
Unfortunately, a bit of a
wild. Like,
miss
he's
there,
so
and
good. They've got the
easily
big
gets
fat
countered.
AoE
Now,
heal
you know, it's just
drop
techies, though, in the end. Just
for
doing
Chrono as
techies
well.
things, whatever, if you're SMG.
Yeah,
Dawn's
sometimes
ult.
you blast off in the wrong direction, or you have a wrong read.
And they have
It's all good.
so
In the
much
meantime, at least,
damage
you know,
between
the
Evoker,
team's
TA,
farming.
and
You got
Dawn.
this gem on no one. As long as he can stay alive,
They're
you can
all
slowly
good. Life
take
is
away
great.
all the vision,
That is
take away the trap. Gem's
perfect
gonna
to
pay
hear,
for
bro.
itself, and yeah, just try to get a couple more items for the second Roche.
That is
Entity, they
perfect
need to
to
get their
hear.
hands on that. I know they're ahead, but I cannot stress enough. We all know how strong Faces Void can be in drawn-out games.
And BKB is almost finished. He just needs
Yeah.
a little bit more for the recipe, and they're also going to go the Tormentor on the dire side over here. Should be Grimstroke has to be a little careful, but they'll survive. And there you go. It's going to be Techies getting his shard now. So that reactive taser going to be capped
Right.
on the allies.
Though the plus with the 67% for Dire, I'm not.
Or you're on your
too much
girlfriend.
against it. I feel like it cannot be more than
Bitch,
60.
me and
Yeah,
my
I think more than
fiance.
60 is illegal. Maybe even more than 50. So
We're good.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for the second
We're good.
Roche. I do think the Dire scaling
Life's
is
okay.
it is scary and nasty. Like if you're entity, you can feel it. You're definitely banking on the second Roche right now. You need to set it up and take that one properly.
Tier 3 items have also been coming out. Vindicator's Axe picked up by Faceless Void. And then he did just get the BKB, as we mentioned there, too. So, Warlock, you see, is just farming, pushing out the bottom lane. He's trying to work on that Ag Scepter himself. Get the extra golem. So, and you know what? He's getting there. 2,400 gold.
You're
saved
growing
now,
up.
so
No. I'm
becoming
just
realistic.
engaged.
Hey,
I still haven't grown up after all those fucking years.
You can do so much. You can get so much gold. Every hero has like amazing spells and scalability. So I like what Fishman is going.
I
He
have
knows
gotten
that Drums is
bolder.
solar. He's already helping
And I've
everyone.
started playing
Now it's
American
time
football.
to work on yourself.
Practicing
Get yourself
American
strong and
football.
big in this game.
It's fun.
He's
4 teams will
smoked
be
up
out
with
today,
the 4
Timmy.
other
Yes,
players are-
Sand
3
King.
other players
4
have been
teams are
included.
eliminated today. And then the 4 teams that are remaining from every group will face off against each other to decide who's going to be at what
It's a
part
small
of the
control.
bracket. So it's all about
Initiation
seeding.
has to be clutch, 'cause if they go on
Midlife
punt
crisis. Bro, I'm
and they
28.
somehow
This
face
is
shift
the
forward
last
and
moment
get
I
the
can
final
play a
HP
team
turn
sport.
moment for Chrono,
Like,
that
after
fight's
this,
done.
I
So
can't
the
play
initial
team
Doa
sport at a
entity will make or
reasonable
break
level
their entire
anymore.
team fight.
Yeah, such a tense moment here.
So if I want to have any team sport fun in my life, it would be over.
Noah catch is coming soon. Ghost Walk, it's gonna take them out of the smoke. If Faceless Point knows what's up.
Oh, a 3-man Chrono.
A big Chrono opening. Templars has it dropping. The Golem comes out, but it can't save him.
Watson's
It's not
dead.
time.
Cataclysm?
The Cataclysm raining down from the skies, but it's not enough damage either. Meanwhile, Dawnbreaker.
Ooh, that's a big one for SMG. To start playing golf? Fuck you. Info 24 years old. That is old. I'm 28. I have not
Oh my
updated
God,
it in
that-
4
it's
years.
it's just too good. They have a nice rotation. They go around. Feel like they kind of catch entity off guard. 3-man Chrono. If they ever get
You
to
know
go
what
to
I
TA first,
don't like
the fight's
about
done.
TI?
Like,
The
the
thing
fight
I
is just
hate the
GG on
most
spot.
is the fact that they have 3 weeks of time.
Underlord joins.
They have 3 weeks of time that they've planned for TI. You know what they don't have? Best of 3s in their group stage. I would love to see a Swiss. I think Swiss system is great if you don't have enough time. I think best of 2s is we have to save on money. We'll do a best of 2s in group stages. I'm okay with that. If it's about we're lacking funds, blah blah blah. But the fact that you plan 3 weeks for TI, 3 weekends for TI, you cannot use the excuse of we don't have enough time. Bitch, just play best of 3s.
Wants to push the issue. They're going
It's
in.
TI, motherfucker. We need more Dota, not best of 2s where it's 1-1 tie, 1-1 tie, 1-1 tie, 1-1 tie. Boring and dull and stupid. No, Fishman. Oh, MC still alive. Watson on the run. Gets rooted. Watson's dead.
He's dead again. He does have buyback, not gonna use it yet.
Mind
though.
Control's still not dead.
Also gets caught up too. Mid one is just so slippery on this Faceless Void.
Was it mid one who
they're
kicked
just
Ninja
not
Boogie
able
after
to,
his
like,
mom
connect
passed
on
away?
one hero nicely.
Yes.
MC is too tanky. He has a halberd. He has all the auras, and sure, even while all the Radiant cores
28
have
is a
good
good
game,
age
how
for
do they
your first
truly
midlife
initiate?
crisis.
Even if they go on
Yes,
one target,
indeed.
it's just an ink spell
Also,
that
I've never
takes them
played
out.
golf, and I don't think
Yeah,
I'll ever
and
play
start
golf.
hitting each
Maybe
other 'cause
midget golf. I
SMG,
love midget golf.
I
Or
would feel
mini
damn
golf.
good if I were
I think
any of
midget
their
golf
players
is
at this
like
point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is definitely a
mean,
game too where it's
whatever it's called,
the net worth doesn't
insensitive.
really give us, the
The
great
prize
idea
pool
as
sucks.
far
The
as
format I'm not a
lately
fan
it
of,
feels
but the
like
prize pool's
SMG
like
has,
sad.
and
3
we
million,
talked about
bro.
how the Dota Plus is already
This is
favoring
just a
SMG.
slightly better
Yeah,
major.
Well, it's definitely favoring SMG now. It's upwards of the 85% plus, and you know, with what just happened these last couple of fights, and now a Roshan kill, I'm starting to be a bit more of a believer in that.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised. Like, also now Void, he's level 22. Mid
Draft
one,
done
he's got
here?
Aegis, he's-
Yeah, draft is
looks
done.
like he wants to
Okay,
steal
TA
the butterfly. He's
2000
got level
on the
20
knock.
talent, but he gets
Ooh,
attacked
this
with
is
the
a.
Chrono. He's got the time of damage on 15 as well. Like, this Void is... Yeah, whoever he chronos, that hero is
You
dead.
are
It doesn't
playing
matter
with
if there's a Chrono, if
Snapfire
there's a
mid,
Golem.
which
I'm
is
pretty sure
obviously
you
amazing
are
because
gonna
it's
be out of
noob,
the game.
even though Snapfire did get nerfed.
He's got an Aegis now. He's building into a butterfly. It's still a little bit before he'll see that, but of course that's going to be coming. You're right though, with the utility around him. I mean, again, so
This
yeah,
is
it
a
was pretty
hard
fantastic,
game
looking
to.
good.
I'm
Passive,
gonna.
by the way.
I'm gonna go
Scouting
Talon.
Scouting basically like
This is
the
a very
stars
hard
there.
game to predict, though.
But the supporting cast, though, you mentioned with the MC and the way he's built and how he's become
Yeah.
a nuisance. He got the Heaven's Halberd. Techies is also so freaking annoying in these fights too.
I mean, Techie's gonna get big, and like also just dropping the
Oh,
mines and the Chrono and like in the
Nouns
coil, with
versus
all the
VP.
magic damage or the magic resistance you're gonna steal from the enemies too. So there's a lot of scaling going on.
Yeah.
Did he try to kill a hero?
I
Just a loser
actually
for now.
dig
No one is
Nouns here. Nouns,
Well,
game one.
He's gonna hit both, and he's just keeping them slow.
This is,
and
by the way,
distracted as
elimination
much as
match
possible,
between
but he
these
is
two
silenced
teams.
now. Another winning
think.
rip, though. He's disarmed, not really that big of a concern.
And Nouns and
Tusk
VP
gets
both
caught, he's
2
gonna
and 4.
Beast Gate in.
Beast Coast is also 2 and 4. Beast Coast has to. Yeah, they have to play against CG. They're probably gonna lose 2-0.
But that's a kill on Tusk. It's just too little, too late. Mid one, he's got Chrono. Obviously, doesn't want to use it on a Warlock. Can he get a Bash Proc? Yes, he can. Fishman's dead. And 2 are out.
I think Valve
currently
sold 35
outside
million
Entity
keys
now.
for
This
2.5
Seedlate's
each
just
during the
doing
month
too
that CS2
much,
first
like,
released.
on no one, they can't kill him. Entities
But that's
draft has
'cause
a huge overlap when it comes to physical damage.
Valve
They're
is
trying
just
to,
really good at
like,
making
lock
money
one hero
by
down and
having
Stormbreaker
very
comes with
shitty
stuns
skins. I
and
can't
only
even
physical
open
damage.
boxes
So
in
they're running
CSGO,
into some issues right now.
which is, I think, somewhere a good thing, but also very sad. I like case openings.
Right, but as usual in Dota
But
2, there's
it's
a lot
gambling,
more
technically
than just
speaking,
net worth
so.
that you factor in these games. And as a team,
You know
it's
what's
just
the
what
fun
they
part?
have
It's
in terms of
gambling,
resources,
technically
except-
speaking, but you know what we're allowed to buy? We are allowed to buy Pokemon cards, which is exactly the fucking same.
to get the hell on out of here.
Actually, one's got a,
I mean, okay, can keep chasing him. He's got the gem. And he's a goner.
I mean,
Oh,
he's
good
dead,
tornado.
yeah. It's not gonna matter. Oh, maybe. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he got. What a
I actually once got
tornado
a
with the blink out.
Falchion
Honestly,
Knife
tornado
Marble
barely clipped
Fade.
him. Good getaway, but nevertheless. It's
What?
not Cataclysm.
A Falchion Knife Marble
Let
Fade
Cat
out
open.
of a
Cataclysm,
case.
hoping maybe deter them a little bit, but mid one doesn't care.
I
He's
should
just
have
in
never
it.
sold that
Fishman,
thing.
No chaotic offering. Chronosphere,
Oh,
never
no.
I
mind.
love that.
No
It's my
Chrono.
favorite knife in the entire
Got
game.
some keys in the backpack if they want to do some
Falchion Knife Marble
fancy
Fade.
play
It is
or maybe just
actually my
skate into the
favorite knife in
fountain, bring it back
CSGO.
to the boys, keep the pressure going.
But
Looks like
I
that's what
sold
they-
it because I was broke.
Love it. We're talking
It
about the
was
Radiant team, STB,
back
and
in the
so
day,
aggressive
I think
and just so, like,
250.
got
Now,
earlier on in this game, and they were performing.
probably a bit more.
And now it's SMG's turn. They're using the Fiend Skate to kind of move around the map. They got Puck, obviously, with an Octarine core. We don't know what that can do, especially in the hands of
It's
somebody
400
like Nolan and just
$400
jumping at
now.
you, so.
Back when I had it, I
No
sold it for
momentum on their side. Look at mid
250.
one, he's just by himself almost pushing
CSGO
mid lane.
inflation is wild.
I mean, I love seeing. Okay, mid one going in. Should maybe look to get the shard, I think, so he doesn't overcommit himself. Because okay, this might be Aegis.
That was a little aggressive, but I guess it was getting a little lower on the Aegis, so figured might as well use it, I suppose. But
Snowball Donald,
oh
BKB.
my, he's getting so low though, but he has cheese. You're right. Yeah, there's the cheese. The Konos are locked down, and TA's out for 85. No buyback. The
Ooh,
blast
it looks like NT's
Who
gonna
are
get
we to doubt mid one
fucked.
right there. Grimstroke, Solar Bind on both. Dawnbreaker's like, please let me go. Well, BKB will allow for that, but Tusk
He's back.
not going to be the same.
Now this is, I love seeing aggressive plays. A lot of the time, you know, like they go wrong or whatever.
Bro,
but there's a
I
lot of teams that
donated
would
like
not go high ground, that
99
would not position themselves like this. But
dollar
because you do
cents
this, you're
each
still
month.
playing against humans. You know, you're just testing them.
My guy,
And
that was
they
before I
fail to test.
streamed. That was when I was like
Just fell for it,
15.
and Cataclysm again. It looks pretty and it does some damage, but that was damage right there. Tusk, he melts. He doesn't have a buyback, so it's easily the mid racks, and there's certainly not.
That was in the
stopping.
days of
The
CS:GO
UNT is
Lounge.
Still dead for 35 seconds. They will have goal. in
Everybody is
10
broken
seconds
fifth.
here.
Exactly. I had
They
a
are gonna
girlfriend
be able
then
to
as
get
well,
a
different
redemption.
girlfriend than now.
I
And
mean,
I
at this
did,
point,
I like had a
Kadomi even
job
have to-
for
yeah, so
like
Kadomi even bought back, 'cause
every.
I like what he was queued up on the top.
I had a
He
job
was
for
continuing
quite
to
some.
kick
I
some
just
people
spent
in,
money
and
like a
none of them
moron.
get there. Not a BKB forced.
I still do. I still do.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
just gonna be second racks, huh?
probably, like I mentioned, they got Warlock with the Axe Chaotic Offering, but that's not. He's gonna die before he uses it.
He's just dead.
Whereas I have a friend
sure
of
is.
mine
Never
that
mind.
always like he was a god at saving money, and
Well,
he owns a
TA's
house
back
now
up, but you lose a lot
on
of your
a
initiation
single
and team fight there, so.
trucker salary.
They need 5
It's a
zeros
pretty
to
good
win.
house.
I think Entity right now, they have one fight left in the
I'm
season.
like,
They're gonna have to
I'm never going to
go
be
all
able
out
to
on it,
afford a house.
Talk about exactly what you need to do. And let's see if SMG even give them this time to think.
I sure wouldn't. Why do that when you can just get even
BKB.
more kills as Gabby?
They just increased in the
BKB,
Netherlands
he's
the
running, he's trying his darnest. I
um
was gonna say a puck really goes for that, but
the
that would have been
what's
a
it called?
little too risky.
Rente?
So, all right. Maybe they will
Interest
say, okay, the
on
top tier 2 towers, so it's not gonna
university
be megas, but obviously plenty of
money
damage
that you
done by SMG.
borrowed. So on like
Ooh. Yeah, there's,
financing
I think, too much
for
going on
your
at this point
degree,
for SMG. Even
they
at
increased it from
25
half a
talent on
percentage
mid one,
to
like, he's already been
3%
having a great game.
from
He
student
actually
loans
took the
per
bonus
year.
for AoE. That
The
is very
interest.
interesting. I have not
They
seen
like
this
just
in,
2
I don't
years
know,
ago
God,
there
how
was
long.
no
'Cause
interest.
whenever I see people
Last
do
year they
this,
jumped
the
it to
general consensus is
half
like,
a
yeah, I'm just
percent.
griefing.
This year
Trying to,
they're
like,
jumping
grow
it to
your team and backtrack
3%.
SOP, but yeah, let's just see how you can put it to use.
I
Housing
mean,
is crazy nowadays,
yeah, there, to be
especially now
honest, like,
debt
he's
is
already
getting
had
more
such
expensive.
great
Student
chronos,
loans,
like,
yeah,
does
it's
he
fucking
really need
nuts.
more of it? 'Cause that is a, that's
Even
an
for
interesting
running loans,
point
even
there,
for
where
running
it's
loans,
potential
all
that
the
they
student
more
loans are going to
negative
jump to
against you,
3%.
but at the same time, yeah.
You need to
Okay,
pay that
so
much for.
on
It's not like American level study, but
He's dead.
they.
Wow, he's out for 95 actually. He doesn't have a buyback.
I did for like I lived for out of my house for like 2 years, and
Manta used. Meatballs
I
down.
borrowed money from the state to be able to
Silence a
afford
lot.
housing
Yeah,
and
that
stuff.
is a lot of damage.
he's
Mid-range,
Oh
right?
my
What's
lord!
happening? About that backtrack.
Oh god, next guy is dead. That's a gem.
Whoa.
All right.
This game's not over yet.
I mean,
Isn't it
again,
in a
big
contract
picture,
or
I don't
something?
think
No.
SMG is like throwing this by any
You're doing
means,
a
but
your
they
degree or master's
really
degree.
let
I'm
SMG
I'm
have
just
a
like really slow.
much better shot here now than
Isn't
frankly
it-
it feels like it
This
should
is
have been.
this is a hashtag 40
In Belgium, we
viewers
can
type
study for
moment,
like
I think,
1,500 a
from
year if you
SMG,
study in the
so
city.
we should
Oh
all
no,
thank them for
studying
blessing
for
us
me
for
is
a closer game,
2,200 a
but yeah,
year,
like,
and
Monaco
I've already
somewhat
paid
earned
it for the
Entity
entire
has, like,
year,
one
so
fight
I'm
in
like
them.
done in
And
that
they
regard.
already- they smoked, they
But
fight MC,
it's
you know, SMG
the
was lagging for a few seconds. Bam, they get the first kill.
extra
and then
costs,
SMG screwed up.
obviously.
They gave them more.
I
And
don't
they're
have
back,
any public
baby.
transit
Let's
funds anymore.
Right
like
there.
I don't get free
Underestimate
public
off
transit,
damage,
so it's
too.
like
And
400 a
this is
month
a
for
team,
public transit.
They're a tri-core, all scaling pretty damn well. I mean, do not underestimate Dawnbreaker and what she can do at this point.
Because I
She's got
study in a
Desolator,
different city.
Yeah.
with that Echo Saber, and she just hit 25.
Yeah,
by the
it
way.
costs me 40
That's,
bucks
not too
every
shabby.
time I go
Looks
to
like
class.
Gabby's kind of owning. I must. They were also really liking those meatballs in that last fight. But either way, let's look. No one silenced. Will be gone.
Yeah, I know they look appetizing, but you don't want to.
If I want a yearly subscription, actually a monthly subscription would cost me. It was 650 per month if I'd get a subscription for that path that I'm for only the route that I'm taking to class to school.
Right, my friends.
Yeah.
It's time for a breather because we've got a Dota game on our hands.
Us nationwide, 330 euros a year, train between two fixes, like 250 a year. Yeah, for me it's fucking 650 per month.
One of those situations where SMG maybe thought this game was a bit more over than they gave the game credit for, and again, all the credit.
Yelendi, is your public transport, is that owned by the government in Belgium or by privately owned companies?
Somewhat even game now with where
Yeah, I
things
mean,
are
like,
at.
you could say SMG are screwing up, and sure, they kind of are. But without entities smoking to that top place in the top area in the first place, that none of this would have happened. So it's on you to still make it happen. Now, okay, Roshan will be potentially the deciding factor of this game. He is up.
Chrono ready to go. Remember, with that extended range, the AoE presence here, the level 25 talent. It feels like
they see him.
Oh, the kickback. Oh no, the blow up midline. No, it gets a time walk off. He's able to
Chrono.
on top of TA.
Oh, but the double golem drop.
As well as
Bye, mid one. Bye.
Blast off it. MC's here as well.
But Watson's dead.
Invoker, Dawnbreaker.
So Gabby does do a lot of damage.
Here. The lockdown on Fishman, but they don't really care. They're going for Grimstroke. They find Grimstroke. They get the kill on him. Warlock. He's gonna likely.
They're actually gonna back off.
What's going on here? Oh, they're trying to TP back.
Ooh, okay, so they got the Grimstroke, and now they're gonna try
to
get out. Okay,
Something in between. It is not the government, but there's only one company, and government pays part of it and owns part of it. Okay, so the thing is, in the Netherlands, it's privatized, and privatization is the stupidest thing in the world. And that's because the VVD is empowered in the Netherlands, so everything is. Electricity is privatized, health insurance is privatized, the fucking gas, light, water. Privatization is the fucking worst. I hate right-wing bastards that are for privatization because the only thing that they smell is money.
Things could be a little bit different, but Dawnbreaker wishing he had backtrack right now. He's in trouble. Support's coming. It's not going to be in time, though. He's out for 100, has buyback. But no one says, all right, it's my turn to take over the game.
Ooh, blast off.
Oh, that's a nice catch there from Stormstormer.
Oh, the meatballs. I like the positioning right there.
What the fuck? The vacuum thing?
Oh, the blast off. The blast off away. See ya. But now MC's left alone, and he's likely dead. There you go. Obviously, the buyback on Dawnbreaker.
Some servers should not be privatized, like baseload energy. 50% of necessary energy in a country should come from. Bro, 100%.
He's got Satanic, beat down on Watson, gets the bash proc, kicked away. Says, no, I'm going to go back in. There's the buyback, and the Fiends get in.
Oh, great tornado.
Or tornado in the air, but it's too much damage. TA's dead. No buyback on him. It's 3 versus 5 right now.
Where is Gabby?
Blake's going to be coming up, not in time. Mid 1, he's going to be shipped.
Oh, there he is, coming in from behind. Oh, Noel is going to stay alive. Oh, Gabby. He's about to die. That's a dieback. The private companies battle for the big users. Fuck the private companies. If you have fucking privatized companies that make a little bit of profit just so that they can add stuff to the, you know, to the fucking
Tusk gets enough for the buyback himself, and
states.
That's gonna be mega creeps though.
Like funds, I'm okay with it, but these bitches are just gouging everyone out these days.
He's gonna get kicked in. Okay, he's fine for now. Yeah, the meatball's in the well right there. There's the kick. Okay, the golem.
What's up, Sand King?
There's the damage, though. The E-blade helping. He's fine.
What happens if it's 1-1? This series? I'll have to check. Live in Greece, the salary to cost of living is 10 times as bad. Is the cost of living in Greece that high?
Malice is doing so much work right here. The Shard, they lock in MC. Not the best building damage here on the side of SMG. Mid-one's going for it. Mid-one's focus fire.
Crystals. You know what's the big problem? This Monday, we're going to have to beat your asses for the European Cup qualification.
Very good for SMG, and they should be very happy. Sure made it.
Let's see. Bat Boom versus Array. Wild level 1 fight. Who do I like better in terms of draft? Kind of hard, but I think I like, yeah, Azure. I like Azure a bit more. And this one is, ooh, got ourselves a... Wait, why? They can just pick up Dazzle, right? No, Rubik, right? On EG, just pick Rubik. You're up against Black Hole. And Donzold. Like, two very easy steals. Let's go Rubik. Offlane Kunkka, Dazzle mid. Simple. Unless he doesn't play Dazzle mid, and then it's kind of sad. What happens if it's 1-1? I'll quickly check. Okay, so the SMG and EG, SMG and Entity. Oh, if SMG, actually SMG won, right? So SMG is getting closer to, is ahead of EG right now. EG is going to be playing later tonight, the match against 9 Pandas. That's going to decide everything for them pretty much. But if SMG wins, they will at least force out a tiebreaker. At least force out a 3-way tiebreaker, actually. At the very least. Because then it means EG needs to win 2-0 as well. And that would put... Actually, no. At the very least, it would force out a 4-way tiebreaker. Because if SMG wins 2-0 against Entity and EG wins 2-0 against 9 Pandas, these are all 3 and 5 teams. So you'd have a 4-way tiebreaker. If EG beats 9 Pandas 2-0 and SMG beats Entity 2-0. That's kind of wild. Yeah, this one is also Nouns versus Virtus Pros going on right now. And afterwards, it's Beast Ghost versus Gaming Gladiators. So Group C is also wild. Group D, Keedstar's doing so much better than I would give them credit for. You know, it would be amazing at this format. A team that would be so good at this format. Absolutely fine. Execration would be amazing at this format because they just tie every fucking game and they'd fucking advance to the next stage. Crap, I missed the last pick.
Target to them, and the lines have been drawn right towards the CK. They know he's around somewhere because they see the Phantasm illusion. In K1, he will back off the right moment. He'll TP out immediately. Obviously, you are going to give away the tier 1 bottom tower, but Nouns will just trade the top tier 1 instead. And they're actually going to go for a counter smoke.
Rip Secret, Rip Harambe.
Towards the top lane with Gunner.
Oh man,
see if they can find
Harambe will forever be missed. Gorilla that I did not give a fuck about before some kid made him go extinct. Okay, let's see. How did they finish? They went for a Schofield Nyx.
I don't know if it's well advised.
Actually, Nyx is good. Nyx is very good against Dawn.
They can catch like a straggler on the side if they assume that VP's
I'm liking EG here.
Not the case though. VP's just been sticking as
EG.
a good set of units. They back off on Squadix. It's only noticed, but catching off the Dawnbreaker, it's going to be a lot tougher.
Oh, that 2-man stun was huge. First blood, they're in trouble. Hero, second one down.
Having to play a much more passive
Matthew,
game.
no.
And now you're really just waiting for probably the hard
Actually,
time
Matthew is just keeping them occupied, and Terry's is caught next.
They just have Permastun here for the Spirit Breaker, and Moo gets shut down again. Boy, oh boy, they are not making it easy for this Spirit Breaker whatsoever. That's the 4th death for Moo. He is 0-4-0 at the moment. Not even an assist to his name.
He hasn't been.
Well, they only have 1 kill, but
that top lane was just way too slow. I thought Lelis was doing a great job of just denying that impact of the Jakiro, but it's just not enough. And
Sven's supposed to do well against CK.
So again,
yes, but also no. Yes. Sven technically wins against CK because leave, and you have pretty high armor, but CK is one of those heroes that just out of nowhere one-shots a hero in your team.
Not clearing out camps, not clearing out creep waves. They're constantly hunting down Moo, ensuring that the Spirit Breaker's game is going to be a lot later than you want it to be. The one thing that they have left unchecked is Hector. But again, it's a Sven versus CK. You're still more than happy with Kirtich getting all this free space for himself, knowing that once Warcry is maxed out, you're not going to die.
Noticed. They're going to make the jump in with the Bedlam out onto Gunner. Notice though, he is a tanky boy. He is surviving long enough. SMG does rotate. Gunner's going to get the hell out of there and he'll go for the TP play out. Looks like he'll be fine. They already used
By
the
Moo.
spot. They don't have
Oh,
the cancels.
not
Meanwhile,
by
Bottom
Moo.
Moo was being hunted again, but he'll
Does
go
you
for
didn't
the
swap?
charge out. Nobody's going to be able to cut him off this time. So he will survive. Like everybody will survive, but it does still feel like a loss for Nouns. Like it's another rotation, trying to pick off somebody from VP, and nobody's dying. If anything, it's a kind of emotional damage here, John, because you're just as a primal beast. To not
Oh,
be able
so
to
she
kill
was
anyone
about
with
to
an ice
die?
blast to follow up on a
Oh, he hit
it's
him as
gonna
well.
feel bad. And speaking of ice blasts, there goes Yamsa. There goes Seiyu. Gunner shows up now. He'll go for the Pengali. Moo is around.
Oh, that's a
Switch
big
away.
kill if they
He
can
does
secure
have
it.
the Rolling Thunder. Now the Solar Guardians have come in, but notice he's a bit too late to the party, so he needs to leave. And so now they do find themselves some very good trades around the Radiant jungle.
That's some really important kills. The Ice Blast coming out right before Yamson died, helping him secure that kill onto Seiyu. Pretty nice. You do
Bet
manage to
Boom
find some
versus
punishment onto
Azure.
Squadix again, and that's a much needed EXP
No
and gold.
idea.
And going the way of
And this is
Down.
Talon versus. This is
Trying to
also a
rush
very
into the blink,
important match.
again, trying to get the space going for his team, set up, have that initiation, and just try to jump someone isolated here. They could start to play a lot better with that steady
This is looking
initiation
like a
from
very
Talon, probably
dangerous
just a little bit
fight.
less readable than the charge forward with the onslaught.
What did I say? I
But you are
said
basically
that
buying
Talon was
space
going to
for
win this
2-4.
one,
So
right?
we've seen
Yeah, I
Nouns
said
in this
Talon.
situation
Or
before, where Moose
according
forced
to
the
my
farm along with
Discord, I
form
said
with
Talon.
Jansen Low.
They were waiting for
Seems to
Moo.
be pretty accurate.
They will not swap him in though. He got the bulldoze off and he'll make a run. Even with the vision from the Wave of Terror, they will not bother. But you can just see the emphasis. They have just decided today we are focusing the offlane of
Anyone got any requests or
again, we've seen this a couple
game that
times
you want
before
to watch
from Nouns in
specifically?
some of their
The
international
main
LAN
reason I'm
appearances,
just
in, say,
checking out this
Premier
game
League.
is
We've seen this
because
in the NAGPC.
Steenie is the
When
coach
Moon
of
doesn't have
Nouns.
a lane, he's
And I
good.
hope
He's
he
gonna
makes
sit back
playoffs.
and farm. You know, he's going to play his own game for a while. He's not going to be doing too much for his team. And VP are abusing that quite nicely. They are good top though.
They certainly are. They're going to make the jump in here onto the Dark Willow, and Lelis looks like he is about to melt. Even with the Shadow Realm, he just could not survive the onslaught of VP. Mind you, it was a 4-hero rotation for that Dark Willow kill, but it seems
Oh,
like
look
they
at
will be
that
able to
damage.
transition into the top tier 1 tower.
Yeah, that's the power of a CK. And it's also K1 CK. Like, K1 loves himself some fucking god tier strength heroes.
Yeah, it is a lot of time wasted. And Kirtich, he's more than happy to start joining these fights though. He's got the BKB up. He's got the fresh charge at 9 seconds, trying to work into the blink to kind of jump in front and center, follow through from Squadix run around here as well. And that timing's not going to be too far off. I think the concern for Nouns is this mid-game tempo that you'd want to see within this lineup, it's still stalled out. And your Spirit Breaker's not going to be doing much. You've got the Midas on Moo up now. You've got the Heart coming out for Gunner first before the blink. It just feels like if you're trying to drag this game long, it's going to favor VP. So we've got to see a mid-game come out from Nouns. And the items to get that done...
Ooh.
They see Moo, they want the kill again here. Thing is, Gunners are
Net
around.
worth
Gunner
wise,
wants to
they're
go,
pretty
it seems
close.
like, but they don't want to fight by the T2 tower. Moo, he's thinking about it. Charging,
Oh,
but he
Moo's
does
dead.
decide to turn around. Though he is in trouble now as the Ice Blast will come in, but the Rolling Thunder's making it very hard into the Solar Guardian. and
Gunner's
just
still
gets
chilling with his
deleted.
Invis rune. Nope.
I'm not sure who made the call to go for the charge, but well, somebody's made a mistake. But Gunner, maybe he's not about to make a mistake. We'll find out in a moment. FNG will get onslaughted, and that'll be enough. Trample will take care of it. Notice we'll go for the chase. Here comes the Sven as well. Heritage will get the Storm.
God strength and Gunner is hella dead.
Well, it turns out it was a mistake.
They had an
Sometimes
ice
the free kill
blast
is just
there,
too
maybe.
tempting, but it costs you 2 calls for that. Not very worth it for now.
I appreciate they're trying to make plays here and now. It's just, it's not clean enough. Right?
I
You're
don't
finding
know
some good
what the
trades
fuck
back
that
in VP.
was.
You're only sacrificing your supports, maybe occasionally Squadix copying it as well up front. but you've got a ton of
Like, if
space
he had
out
a
for
big
Kyrgios,
charge
he's
there, I
good
could
early
get
at
it,
50 up.
but he just
He's
had
got
like a
enough
tiny
money
shitty
to go
charge
blink if
as
he
well.
wants it, although it does look like he's considering the Shadowblade Silver Edge first. And again, for now, it's this momentum that these early game cores want. It's not there. Like, Moo's just stuck trying to save for a BKB at this point, not even the Ags or the Octarine, just wanting some spell immunity up front. You've almost
Does
got
Moo?
the
Oh,
Falcon
yeah,
Gunner,
at least
just
he has
barely racking
Hanamite.
up
Yeah,
gold
he's
for
got
the rest,
Hanamite
but
blade mills.
that means
Actually,
you're
not
still
that
gonna
bad.
be
He
waiting for
also
the
wants
blink
a.
as well. And it's
I
just
mean,
so much
Yules
time
ain't
for VP to take
horrible
over.
because
They're
you can
farming
upgrade
really
it
well
to
on
the
all
Wind
cores.
Waker later, and
They've
on
got the
Spirit
levels
Breaker,
to
Wind
kind of
Waker is
back them
actually
up here.
fucking
For
weird.
now, it's that single target
And fun.
control and ganking place with charge pulverize. It just hasn't shaped up the way they'd want it to. And they're forced to play a farming game.
Hearts,
VP, 5-man smoke out.
Yules. Yules and Sven is nice in team fights.
Where they headed into the Radiant Triangle. K1, he might run right into
Also,
the
Yules going up
perfect
on.
read again from
Oh,
VP.
that's a big one.
And they're even gonna find Yamsun.
K1 dead.
Cherry on top.
Ouch.
The K1, he's the guy you're making all this space for, but he just goes down so quickly to Virtus Pro. And to be absolutely fair to K1, that was his first death of the game. But it just means so poorly for Nouns.
What it is. And you can't really bank on
I
the
love
CK
it when they
being
steal enemy
gigantic
tormentors,
win
but you also
condition.
need to.
Counteracted by the
The
spell.
problem I have every single
And
time
they
me
take
and my
away the
team
tormentor,
steal an
the nice
enemy
short coming
tormentor
out
is
for
we never
SMG.
kill our own
Yeah, not the
tormentor.
best, but a little bit more slow never really hurts, especially up against something like the Spirit Breaker, which it's always annoying to kind of deal with. It's space now for everyone else in Nouns. You know, for Gunner, he's got the heart. For Moo, BKB is inching closer, but your map is just shrinking so damn badly. And VP, and they've got the 6K lead up. They've got the Sven that you're not going to be able to stop. Blink up, Shadowblade not too far off. BKB still on 8 seconds as well, considering all this time he's had it up. And for
K1
Nouns,
going Silver
we'd like to see
Edge.
this pay off at some point. They will smoke up with Hector around.
He
They don't
doesn't
confuse
have
that VP right
Phantasm
now.
available
They've got
though.
a charge on Kiritich, but they do cancel the charge. They have the vision though. They know where he is. Kiritich. Looking to go not through the twin gates, rather maybe for the creep wave, but K1 does reveal himself. More TPs incoming from VP. They'll hang out by the
Oh, that
TP.
Ice
The
Blast.
Gonna get the vision over, and
Oh.
now the double Ice Blast connecting. In comes Gunner. He wants
The Ice Bath,
Pango,
though.
But the Pango is just fine. No, in fact, no. K1.
Yeah, no, that was
K1
so
picks
big.
off.
That Yamson Ice
VP,
Blast.
They need to leave the area. This is not the fight they wanted. Kiritich.
Gunner's got his terrorize still. Pulverize, sorry, not terrorize, terrorize.
He has no
Dark
target.
Widow.
He's still trying onto Yamsun, but they've got the Glimmer Cape to survive through this. And
Dude,
Kiritich
Yamson
is
with that
gonna
Ice
go
Blast
down as
was
Nouns.
fucking MVP
They'll
there.
find 4 kills for themselves. In fact, they even
And that's
smoke up
Roche.
again. Maybe looking for the 5th one. I highly doubt they'll find Notice, but he's by the river. He might.
Why
show
aren't
the
they going
creeps.
Roche?
He will show on the creeps. In comes Gunner. They won't jump in, I don't think. Looks like they'll leave him be.
That's the payoff
They win
you're
this, that
looking for
Ice
from
Blast
Nouns.
made it
This
possible.
investment
Yeah, that
into
was
that
everything.
platform gunner, just how hard it is to really burst down the Primal Beast with 3.2k HP. It's just way too much. Really tight spot for them to try to fight into as well. Like,
That
it
was-
looked like a really good liquid fire. It's just not enough.
The Rolling Thunder was cancelled immediately. It was a bit of an awkward situation for Squadix. Like he popped that Rolling Thunder for about half a second and cancelled. Pretty rough without that Rolling Thunder to try and force the fight. And obviously they were trying to run, but it's not the way you wanted to start.
They are gonna get their own shard though.
No.
So
And
it's
that gives a lot of room out for now.
free shard for Seju.
Again, you've got pretty
The
much
Vange.
BKBs finished up, BKB up.
Roche hasn't been taken.
You're
I don't
ready
like
to
the
roll
fact that they
on
got
Hector now
nothing
as
out.
well.
Like, they
He's
win a
got
big
Shadowblade
team
kind
fight,
of
get
relieve
4
himself
hero
in that
kills.
fights.
They don't
You've
steal the
got
enemy's tormentors. They
BKB
don't
farmed
take
up for
Roche.
Gunner,
Like,
not
what the
even
fuck
going
is
back
even
to
the
that
point?
blink that he queued up earlier. They're just ready to kind of
Yeah,
roll.
the net worth
for
has
VP,
dwindled
you're still
significantly,
gonna hit
but the
critical
fact
mass
that
on
you
Kiritich,
get
but you
no
can't win the
objectives,
battle.
I think they
You've
might
got to
have
be able to
taken
balance
out the
it, and
enemy's
you've got to
tier
be able to
1
get that
tower,
roll off.
which
From
whoop de
Squadix,
fucking
they had a
do.
really good position on that area as well.
You're not
but
gonna get
they just kind of
that
come
lucky like
first, and
17 times in this game
it was
where
just such a
a
mess for the
random
Rams,
Ice Blast
not
from
having that
Yamson gets a
role
3-man
really
catch and they
perfect
can't
teamfight
fight.
control from the side of VP. And for Nouns, they've got a second win. They've kind of tied down that net worth lead.
No, it's still
Pistons are
3k. It went
more
from
manageable
6k to 3k. It's still not good. see all the other games.
Durable cores. Now, your Sven
Bunch of
can't
close games.
necessarily burst down. Your Pango doesn't necessarily burst down now as well, even though you can survive the onslaught, the initial onslaught from Nouns with some of that plus armor. It's you need way more disruptiveness. And we'll see if they start to find some punishment. Moo's starting to get more confident with his charges. He is going for the Octarine before the Eggs. So the charge spam is about to come out, and we've seen a lot of impactful Spirit Breaker plays already on the road to the International. After a pretty rough game, Moo's gonna reach that point eventually. That's why that Spirit Breaker is so damn popular. You shut them down in laning phase, doesn't matter. If he can farm up until the 25 to 30 minute mark, find an Octarine, he's still gonna have some impact.
That he is. He might have to be a little bit careful up at this top lane. It looks like he's thinking about charging the creep wave, but realizes VP may be hanging around.
K1 going
If
for a
Benji's gonna
heart.
bait for his team,
Big
Nouns have
HP.
moved up at the top lane, so they might try and take that bait, but rather they'll be forced to fight if Roshan.
Why
doesn't
is
get started.
K1 using his Phantasm the entire time? It's like your
Roshan
one pump
himself,
to kill the enemy team.
Have not begun Roshan yet. They're just waiting.
But he's
for Twin Gate.
using, like, his team is ready to
Such a good
start a
ad for
fight, and he's just
setting up
using
right
it to
by
farm.
Roche. They still show themselves on creeps though, so that they're not looking to fully commit and hold that position. They could take Roshan quite quickly on the side of VP, and the pinks are coming out. And they've got God's Strength ready. This is not going to take too long.
Bro, what the
Nouns
fuck
just
is
gonna let
Nouns
this one go.
doing?
Surprisingly enough, they are not going to stick around to contest, but rather they let the Aegis go the way of VP. And I'm not sure if it's a matter of they just don't realize that they're taking Roshan, but somewhere they've made the decision to not stick around, and they're going to take the Aegis on Kirinich, and it's going to be right through the Twin Gates for a fight.
I don't know. Nouns is making the fucking weirdest
In fact, never
moves
mind,
ever.
They'll cancel the Twin Gates usage. They'll just stick around on the northern side of the map here, VP.
Like in that situation, when they got the
have
fight
some
bottom, they
dwarf
should have
creep
gotten
spawning
roast
for an
themselves.
ambush here from Nouns, the high ground
I guess
forward on
because they
Fox
didn't
Demo.
have Phantasm,
Flick,
they wouldn't
full
want to
blind,
go
some
for a roast
information
fight because
to
you
try
didn't
to
have
flank
like the
this
one-shot
player.
potential of
So you're not going to get too much, but at the same
CK.
time, you've got Aegis and Kiritich. You're more than happy. Freebie coming out. Nouns didn't even bother trying to scan that area. Felt like they had a really good read. I thought they were just going to try to force that Roche fight, which in a really confined area, the Ice Blast would have been amazing. Granted, trying to deal with a roll that fully comes out from Squadix in such a tight area would have been pretty rough as well. So maybe it works out for the best for either side and not kind of forcing that out too hard. Again, this time given to Nouns, despite being behind the Aegis, net worth lead nullified to just
NT
one
versus SMG. Game 2
negligible
draft coming
out
up.
on VP.
Bet
The
Boom is
build-up
slightly
from
ahead of
Nouns
Azure
seems
Ray.
to ramp up here. I mean, you are still ramping up as well on the side of VP. Full Silver Edge flying out for Kiritich, so he's got a lot more damage output. He can kind of try to weave himself in and out now as well. Retro starting to group up just a little bit down bot here.
Yeah, they certainly are. Who have they got? They've got the Sven.
Oh, no.
He is going to go down, and Yamsun is going to be following right after.
The double four staff
Kiritich
by
take that one.
accident sends him back.
Another 2 kills to go the way of Virtus Pro. Mid lane, there is a bit of a group up as well from VP, but they're just going to retreat. Oh, maybe they don't. K1? Oh, K1.
Bro,
he calls the
K1,
ice
what the
path.
fuck?
Rolling Thunder as well. He does at least have the BKB.
BKB on
And the Shadow
cooldown
Blade to be
now.
able to run away. They
Oh, you
couldn't
really
find
don't want to
Viper's
take another
Purple
fight for
Stun,
80
sadly
seconds on
VP, but They
CK?
are going to move into the tier 2 tower, knowing there's no BKB available for the CK.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
It's a big opening for the side of VP. They can start to clean up these tier 2s, start to set up for the next Roshan into high ground. I don't see them trying Roshan on this Aegis life. Not just yet. Yeah, just the normal course of action here with just the tier 2 since the second Roche into high ground. We'll see. Shouldn't be any contest coming out from Nouns. They don't have the full BKB on Gunner, which kind of makes it a little bit tougher for him to commit. They should be able to have this BKB and Octarine timing on Mu and Gunner come together relatively soon, though.
It's
And that's
raining
where
like
you need to
crazy
start to see
outside.
Nouns start to play as a team again. And just constantly commit those charges, try to be disruptive. Mu cutting off the creep wave down bot to slow down that siege. Tier 2 tower will still fall.
Mu does have
But at
Octarine
the very
now.
least, they ensure that the high ground isn't under heavy threat.
Squad X was about to run into Mu, but Mu does back his way out. The D-Ward will be there from the Pangos. I mean, VP, they are still well and truly in control of this game, and it's looking tougher and tougher for Nouns to make that comeback happen.
Draft is
It's
getting
only a
closer to
4K
being done.
advantage. It's just about the draft, I feel
Entity
like.
is
because
playing the
heroes
face
of
way this
VP
time.
just feel like they scale much better. Here we go again. Kiritic does pop the Shadow Blade, decides better of it. In fact, I say Shadow Blade, he's got a Silver Edge rather. Doesn't go for the chase onto Nouns. We'll get back towards this team. When I say scaling, like it's not like it's impossible for Nouns to win by any stretch. Like obviously there are heroes that scale very well on Nouns as well, but it just that Sven in particular is very worrisome to go up against, and so is the Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, I think your points stand. The scaling of VP is much more straightforward in comparison to what Nouns will have to do as this game drags on. They're going to have to try to be disruptive, look for the back line, try to ensure that the team fights don't get as grouped up as you'd want it to be on VP's end. But
Well,
the
high
play
ground
for
push
Nouns,
there.
again, it's just a little bit more work to fit in. Whereas for VP, it's just
I
very
mean, Dawn
straightforward.
is
They
so
will
far
go on
away.
to the high ground with 40 seconds left in the Aegis. They poke a little bit.
Gunner?
Charge in. He does not connect with the onslaught. Mu, though, is going to move on to FNG, but FNG is fine thanks to the Solar Guardian of Notice. Mu, with his BKB, just trying to avoid getting hit by that Rolling Thunder of Squadix, but does eventually get connected with as Gunner. He's actually the big target, but he'll get forced up to the high ground. But K1, he tried to go after FNG, but it may cost his own life.
Bro, no money on K1.
Oh boy, at least they find Avenge as well. Thanks to
Luckily,
Mu
Mu
two
does
supports
stuff.
going down, but you lost your position one Chaos Knight for that. At least they do force VP away from the high ground.
That they do, but VP is going to be so happy about that. Like, you take the CK, you're slowing down his
K1
timing on
jumps in,
Hecker.
instantly dead.
The
Okay,
CK,
cool.
Again, not too far behind the Sven, all things considered here. The itemization farm is still pretty close between these two, but this is just
Age
very
expiring in
Sven-kid.
36 K1.
Like, you've
I'm gonna
got
go in so they don't
AC
waste
being
their
queued up
ages.
next for
Exactly.
Kiritic, so even more
So I
armor
can
that
kill a fucking
CK is
Jakiro.
not going to enjoy. This hero relies so much on the minus armor and crits that you're just not going to have a good time up against this.
I mean, to be fair, Jakiro is
And the
probably
side
his
mounts.
worst enemy because of
And
the
when you're
free
up on
AoE
Mu,
freeze.
That should mean more activity, but it doesn't feel like that activity is really in Nouns' favor. Like they're not finding the angles they'd want to.
Oh,
to
that,
make
that
these
shot's
fights
pretty
work out
nice,
their
actually.
way.
Having
I've
more
seen Mu
brambles
trying
in
to
a
tap
team
fight
fight,
now for himself,
especially
trying
against
to go
Sven,
for
who
just
struggles
straight up durability coming out here,
against
which
Roots.
is again very typical with this kind of tricore on Nouns' end.
Just like all the dire
think
picks are
the-
decent versus Seek.
the
They're
big
pretty
factors really
okay.
just
Yeah, no,
what
they're
impact
pretty
do you
good.
expect from Hector at
Dawn
this point?
ulti,
He could still try to
Pango,
burst down the
obviously.
supports, but once even
If he
able,
rolls.
with a
If he
full
doesn't
ACF,
roll,
that's a
you
lot
can like
harder.
one-shot
You don't even have
Pango.
a shard on the Sven up yet. When that's up as well,
But
with
CK is
Warcry,
all
I don't
about
even
the
know if
big
Hector can go up
surprise,
anyone
having
with that loss at this
Phantasm,
point.
and then just dragging someone in and one-shotting them. That's all CK. He's like a tanky PA, but then he only does it once every like minute 20 or so. Gunner doesn't get over the cliff. Oh, but nice ice blast. Kiritic is dropping low. Donald, but Kiritic got ice blasted.
Is still trying to get this fight going with his BKB still running, but now needs to charge.
If they had K1 there, that fight might have actually gone well.
Right after Yamsun. Yamsun should be alright to get to the
But
high
K1
ground as K1 now showing up. Will try after FNG,
Ooh.
but K1, I'm not sure how far he can truly go with this.
He doesn't have
He will back off
Phantasm.
while the BKB is still running.
It's actually
It's gonna be a 1-for-1.
better than I expected.
Seems like Gunner for FNG is
That
the trade
again,
they come
Ice
up
Blast.
with, and
It's
it is
such
still
an
favorable for
very
VP,
strong spell, but
suppose
I
for
just
Nouns, at least they're
I
still
just
in
hate
this
playing
game.
AA.
Like, they still have not dropped the racks.
No, they're holding on to that high ground really well.
Uh,
They're finding some angles in,
Each
but the
Prophet last
sacrifices
pick.
are pretty damn heavy from Nouns.
Wait,
Whereas for
what?
BP again, they're only
okay,
sacrificing their
5
supports.
NP.
The only reason that they lost FNG as well is purely because you were pretty damn.
I
you were
like
pretty
Entity
far in
for game
Kiritic.
2.
He wasn't in range for the Warcry, wasn't in range for that Assault Cuirass. So the minus armor damage stacking from K1 can still kick in. But
You know what's
if you
crazy?
just
That
stick together
A
to
somehow
PvP,
knew
I
the
don't
smoke
even
gank
know
was
if
coming
Hector
and
can
was
do that
forcing
same
on high ground, and
onto
Gunner was
Jakiro,
clueless.
onto the Venge. It's just way too much durability.
That is because
on VP
Yamsun
to
is
counteracting That's
pretty good,
so they
and
find
I
an
guess the
opportunity to at
communication is
least get
still not
something.
great.
It's not the
I mean,
big
there are
big
some
ones
weird
on
things that they're
downs.
doing.
They could try to force something out. If they find another pickoff into Roshan, I think that's where now it starts to get
Like,
some map control back. They
You
can start to play a
expecting
little
the
bit
enemy
more
to be
aggressive.
near Roche,
They
and
can start to
then
look for some
your
of their own
CK
tier
pops
twos to take out
Phantasm
as
to
well.
farm creeps, and
And
then
that
you
Roche
all run
respawn
away
isn't
from
too far
Roche to
off,
give
but
the enemy
VP are the
free
one taking
ages.
initiative here with a smoke out.
Certainly are.
What the fuck was your point here?
Right towards the Roshan pit on the top left side. I don't know, Roshan, it has spawned up. This is perfect timing for VP. If they do check Roshan, they will find a very, very tasty unit in that pit, but they are avoiding it for now. They're actually drawing lines right back towards the Radiant Tormentor. Meanwhile, Nouns, though, they are sneaking up from right behind them. Both teams miss out on each other for now. Nouns, are they going to check Roshan? They'll go after the creep wave and reveal their position. So now VP are coming in from the rear. They'll try for Move.
Oh,
Move pops his
Squadix
VP
popped his
aside.
ulti.
Rolling Thunder. It was popped by Squadix. He'll try and find himself a target, eventually finding Gunner. Meanwhile, Moo, he's been targeted, but he'll charge right back
FNG's
in.
dead.
Chat. He's going after Kiritich. but
Kiritich, invis
he'll
up
out with
with the swap
Shadow Blade.
save.
No, Pulverize out with the swap. Kiritich, it's saving Private Ryan. Kiritich
Seju gets blown up by K1.
And now the God Strength for Moo. He'll go for the Nether Strike. Out with the Yule
Kiritich
Cell.
in trouble.
He just can't get a hit off.
Oh my lord, have mercy on them.
Notice has been noticed, Jonathan. And it seems like he's on notice because he's going down. Ultra kill for K1.
That was all Moo.
Roshan time, boys.
That was all Moo.
Unless,
It's ridiculous.
can they find the Pango? Gunner, his spidey senses are tingling. The Squadix
This
is
is
out
such
there,
a
it seems
weird
like.
Bara
Willis
build,
might
by
still
the
have a
way.
look
I've
around.
not really seen anyone go for that build.
It
But
looks
yeah,
like they'll leave him.
that's a
I mean, that is such
strange
an
build,
insane
but
flank.
it's really
They show
fucking effective.
themselves on the creeps with no
That
charging
second
up,
round of
but no
BKB
instant
especially.
BKBs. He has the refresh for a second BKB, for a second usage of the ultimate. Tries to drag them back. Some good saves coming out, but that flank maneuver from VP just ruined by Mood charging into creep wave and walking backwards. I don't think he even expected them to be behind him, for sure. They're just in position to capitalize a lot better than VP from that rear position. And off the back of that, Roshan comes out. They managed to isolate really nicely as well. Like, Notice was chasing out
Feel
Yamsen.
like Kiritich
So
should have
while
gone
that
in.
fight's breaking out by the Lotus Pool, your Dawnbreaker's off elsewhere.
I
finding an
mean,
isolated target.
On
trying to
who?
find
The
that
only
kill,
one they saw was Moo.
but you're not
And
assisting the
he
rest of
can't
the team.
with
And it
BKB
costs
on the
VP
Spirit Breaker.
heavily.
They
Now it's
can't.
back
He can't
into
kill
the
him.
game.
Spirit
When
Breaker's
Aegis
got
up,
like
they
3.3
can do a lot
HP.
on the map. They can pressure into those tier 2s. They can start to consider an opportunity for the high ground if they find
He needs to kill
a
the
big
supports
pickoff.
quickly,
And move
which is hard
with a
because you don't
refresh.
want to target
He
the
doesn't
Spirit
even
Break.
need
You
it
don't
yet.
want to
So the
target
bag
the
is a pretty
Primal.
nice bonus
You want to
just to have
target the
that true
supports.
debuff
And even
immunity,
the
but
supports are
double
not easy to
BKB,
kill because
immediate double
yeah, they do have
charge,
Nullify now,
immediate
but you're
double
up
Nether
against
strike,
Ghost Scepter,
double
4 staff,
bulldoze
blah
in the
blah,
middle
blah,
of these
and
prolonged
against
fights.
Shadow Realm,
It's
which
massive
plus Eagles,
for
which
the
is
Spirit
really
Break.
annoying.
It really is tough to go up against this guy with the refresh orb. I mean, it's even just the
CK
blade
is
thrower,
probably
right? Like,
on
you've
it.
got so many
No,
ways
CK
of
is
just
also like
tanking through these
really
fights.
tanky.
And you double blade
They have,
thrower,
like,
double BK, and it just everything.
horrible targets for
Seiyu
this
gonna
Sven
get
to
caught
try and
here on
nuke.
the Venge. He's going to get locked down and Seiyu's as good as dead, but they are going to move
Oh,
in
Gunner.
BP. They'll try to fight. It's going to
He does have the
Gunner
Aegis,
target, but
so-
Gunner's too tanky, so K1, or rather Yamsa,
Nullify
he's the
used,
target
but
now,
there,
but he
bomb,
force
bomb,
ups away. Now
bomb.
they pick up the Sven, the pulverize out.
Kiritich is
Kiritich,
dead,
he's been
or-
fighting
Oh
out
my
again.
God.
He needs to run. Moo's doing too much. Can he get the vision for the charge?
Okay, he
It
does get
doesn't
away
seem
on
like it.
Kiritich.
Instead, they will try for Notice.
How does Moo
Notice,
go
I
from
don't
playing
believe he can get away
absolutely
from this
terrible
scenario,
to
and he cannot. They
MVP?
will hold him down and take him out. At the very least, they get Kiritich out of this situation, but the Sven,
But end
is
result, he
not
didn't
looking
do shit,
scary at
still
all
died,
anymore.
didn't even pop. He
This
did pop
Spirit Breaking
BKB.
is
In that
too
previous
much.
fight, topside, he
It's
did
too
pop
much. They have way
BKB,
too
but
much
he got,
debuff immunity
when he
pairs.
popped BKB,
The
he got hit by
Pulverize,
Nether
the
Strike into
Strike,
charge by
even now
Moo.
the reality
So his
rest as well.
entire
They have
BKB was
ways of kiting
useless.
this Sven through even with that BKB up and running. The rest of the team needs to be able to do something. We've got to see VP come in with rolls first, feels like, to really find that opening, but now they're just so damn mobile.
That's the
So you
problem.
can charge in with
It's
the
just-
onslaught, you can charge in with a charge of darkness, you can pull someone back with reality rift, and isolate them one by one.
Sven does a lot of
too
work
much on
if
the
he can
creep
like
wave,
group
so
the
too
enemies
much
and
on the
then
creep wave.
hit them
Moo
with an
is
ice
around.
path, and then you go
He's
ham
thinking
on
about
them with the
swashing.
God
Oh,
Strength.
Moo might see him anyway, but there is an Observer Water Scout out the Spirit Breaker, so Moo will not be able to get the vision he required. Very sad as well, because they had their own Observer Ward right by the tree line that the Pango was hiding in, but it's not any vision for Moo to charge.
Gunny. gunner.
You've also got the Lincolns anyway.
It's got the
so you can't
Heart,
just rely on
BKB,
charging in. You're gonna need
Aegis.
to pop
He
the
actually
Lincolns
is the
into
one
a
carrying the
charger,
gems,
pop it
going
into a Nether Strike,
overwhelmingly.
and try to isolate that way. A little bit trickier.
Oh,
and
FNG.
Spurtbreaker,
FNG, but he might be kind of baiting Gunner a bit too forward.
But actually, K1 pops the
He'll jump in
BKB.
again, but the pulverize is
Gunner's
out.
gonna lose his
though,
first
he's
life
already
most likely.
so down low
Can
in terms
K1
of
get
HP,
away?
so is K1.
The
Both of them
swap.
trying to run with a nice swap out.
That's a big
Kiritich moving
swap.
in onto K1. Does
In
get
comes
the
Moo.
Chaos Knight. No, Moo, he's coming in. He found the Sven.
This-
Moo,
Oh my
what a
God.
The
kick and
CK
chop just
illusion
to
gets the
4
kill.
euros. He does not give a crap.
Doesn't
And
have
just
refresher
away.
yet. He's 10 seconds away from refresher.
Oh my goodness, turning it a very bad situation into a decent one. And VP, they might need to retreat because Moo is coming back. Charge it again,
Oh,
but he will
Moo.
need to cancel.
Refresher.
Nullify out. He'll refresh. It's the Nether Strike into FNG. They'll find the Jakiro. Notice thinking about moving back in, and so
Moo.
will Squadix.
Dodge
But
and
Moo is still
weave.
okay.
Squadix
The
ice
Pango now in
blasted.
danger. The Pango, they'll swap him out, but in comes Moo again. He's got Seiyu. They found Squadix, and it seems like there will be 4 going down on VP. In fact,
How
it
the
might even
fuck
be a 5th if you count the Vent
Does
Remnant.
Moo have the
And it
balls
will
to
be
make these plays
the only
with a
survivor
third of his
is
HP?
going to be noticed. And this is all off the back of one Spirit Breaker.
It's
That's
all
what
Moo
I
right now.
find the most
He had an
baffling.
atrocious lane. He has to go back and farm. The investment paying off massively on the Spirit Breaker. And for VP, they're trying to open up these fights, jumping Gunner first. Like, this Prime Beast is just not going to die. Even if you found his first life, he has Aegis at this point in the game. He has 4.6k HP. He doesn't have too much armor, but you can't burst through all of that HP with your Sven.
I know how
So you've
VP
got to
goes
find
from
someone else. You've
5-4
got to somehow
versus
find a
4 to
backline.
4
Like,
dead.
We've found a lot of success from VP when they take out Yamson
Simple.
and they take out Lelis first, but these are very
Ice
long-range
Blast.
supports on
No,
A and Dark Willow.
Moo is playing Reed. Like,
So
they
getting that initiation going
they
for VP,
can't
it's
kill
a
him.
much bigger challenge.
The
now
best
than
way
it
of
was, say,
control they
just
have
10,
is swap
15 minutes
and
ago.
the
And
fucking basher
a
from
lot of it
Pango
has
to
come
try
down
and
to how do you
control
win
him
these fights in
when
VP.
he's
It's got to be a blink
BKB.
into backline. It's got to be a big.
And
role
even
coming
then,
out
he's
from
got
Squadix.
fucking bulldoze
You
that
need to
gives
play
him
around
what
with that information, 'cause
70%
once you get
status
into a drawn-out
resistance.
Fight, Spirit Breaker gets off 2, 3, 4 uses of the Charge of Darkness. He gets a couple of uses off the Nether Strike.
And it's actually a
plus the
lot of
refresh on
damage that
top.
comes out from the
Like,
Spirit
it's
Breaker
just
as
too
well.
much to handle. Moo's damage output is ridiculous right now. It's just so it's so much from those bashes.
It's going to get even better too as the levels go up and he gets those left side talents. It'll get much worse for VP. Let me tell you, like his tank ability gets even higher once he gets to level 30 because he gets the big 500 barrier talent, and we'll see what happens. here.
Well, Talon's about to beat their
For VP,
asses.
they are still well within this game, but they are now 14k
Entity
behind.
versus
They need to find a way to drag
SMG.
this one out. Kiritich, he'll pick up the Satanic
Betboom
for himself
is
now,
winning
so he
against
does have quite a
Azure
bit more
right now.
survivability. The issue has been, though, in these team fights.
That's TB
it's
on
not
a
matter
lone
of-
island.
He can't. It's not a matter of actually surviving through life.
Oh,
Still.
Quest
He just
so
can't
bad
hit
this
the-
Toonie.
they're
Yeah,
not
it's
giving
not
him a
their
chance, they're
patch.
just
I mean,
hiding him out through his
like,
BKB
Noob is
every single
playing,
time. And once the BKB wears off, Kiritich, he's just a sitting
Snapfire,
duck.
and no one's playing Snapfire as even as support
it feels like
in this
you
patch.
actually have to invest these 2 Lincolns you have, the Lincolns on Notice and the Lincolns on Squadix. You have to always Lincolns up Kiritich. Prevent him from being charged, prevent him from being Nether Strike.
Wait, this is the
There's
wrong
just too
game.
much BKB tiers on the side of Nouns. Again,
This is the
you've got
correct game.
Pulverize, you've got Nether Strike right now, Charge of Darkness down the line with the Eggs, you've got Reality Rift. None of that will care for the BKB, so it has to be Lincoln stacking. Somehow, it's so hard to do that in the midst of a heated team fight. You have to do it one by one, stack them perfectly, and that's a lot of bleeding edge plays you're asking for to enable this Sven at this point in the game.
Another smoke out from Nouns, and they're running right into Squadix. They'll break the Lincolns, and Gunner can go into the Pulverize. But the Ice Blast connecting.
Oh, he's got the
no
level
chance in
25
hell
talent
of
on
being able to
Gunner.
survive the mid lane. Who have they got?
Yeah,
It's
Pulverize
K1.
duration.
K1, he's by himself, but he got his BKB off, and now Moo can charge in. He can go right after the Sven, but the Lincoln Sphere, it will block the Nether Strike, so they will not be able to hold the Sven down yet. Instead, Gunner, he'll move in onto Seiyu. They'll find the Venge. Seiyu, though, with the Remnant, will be able to at least get away, but Moo, he's going into the tier 4 towers. He wants both lives, and Seiyu is still just trying to swap himself out. out. Is now the
Oh,
buyback.
fucking Moo
Squad
eats the
SMG.
cheese.
They'll come back into this team fight. K1, he's been left alone underneath the
Oh,
T3
K1's
tower.
dead.
He'll have to go down. And he does not have buyback gold, so there is no way to return to this fight. As VP, they will clean up too. No chase for more even. But everyone else does get their way out of there. Can you capitalize off the 85
K1
seconds you
is
have without the
actually
CK?
just like doing nothing in most games that they're playing.
Unfortunately,
I mean,
Roche,
not.
respawn
I've
is
seen a
pretty
couple of
damn
games where he
long,
just
3
does nothing.
minutes. One of the longer respawns here for Roche for VP. So not gonna be able to
I'm
find
of
that.
course exaggerating, but
I
I
don't think the
expect
CK is
more
an issue,
from a
right?
fucking,
Like,
you
even if
know,
find Hecker,
who's
he is
considered the best
not
safe
the main
laner
target you're
in
worried about
South
now.
America,
Your main
and
worry is Moo,
honestly,
your main
like,
worry is Gunner.
for a long time
And
he
these
was
two are just
considered
not
like
gonna
top
die
5.
anytime soon. It has to be a focused effort. Like I don't even know how much damage Hector's even doing these fights. It's really just the charge to bashes and the damage coming out.
Hey,
from Gunner's
good night,
over the
Chris.
trample. Like, it's
Sweet
all that plus
dreams.
this AA blast. I think the AA dying is actually a bigger deal for VP than the CK. The CK
I mean,
just feels
Yamson's
like
doing a good
fluff
job
at
as
this
plus
point.
5,
They do manage to find a tier 2 here on
which
VP's
is
end,
impressive.
so they can get
Swapping
more
roles
going there,
completely.
and they should be able to, I don't know, try to stall. There's no Roche. They can try to take map control, try to build up some farm. I don't see any immediate items that really help the cause of VP outside of your own Lincolns, perhaps, on Kiritich, just so that there's a little bit more leeway for the Lincoln stacking in the middle of these fights. Could be something he goes for. He's still trying to work onto the short and the harpoon. The harpoon could be a really nice
Oh,
way to pull in the
Rapier
back
on
line as well.
Quest.
But Nouns, they're having a great time. Like, respawns are back up. They're smoked up.
Okay,
They could
Azure
look
is
for a
gonna
fight
lose
into
that one.
Roshan. This timing favors them more than anything else.
Certainly does, but there is going to be a smoke out from Nouns. They're heading towards Roshan. In fact, Moo, he was charging FNG, but he will cancel. Wards down, VP, they're setting up for a bit of a fight.
So they call GG. 9 Pandas lose their game, which means that it's
Still looking to come in.
now
Gunnar,
tied.
having a look, VP, very, very
Oh, that's
patient.
really
Smoke and
scary in
salts will see
Group A.
movement. Moo, he's not the target. You can burst down that quickly. He'll move right in. Who have they got? It seems like they found the Sven. Kiritich, he's in trouble again. He just can't get anything off. Kiritich is down. He'll buy back immediately. Back into the team fight. Meanwhile, notice he will drop to Boom.
Yeah, they're all dead.
And he's used
This
the
is
Solar
over.
Guardian,
VP's
so there's
fucked.
no way back into the fight for him. He can't buy back on
That
the
Nyx
Thornbreaker
fucking up
now.
Enigma and Dawn's. Yeah, the Nyx Assassin is a very good pick against Dawn and Enigma, especially Dawn. Because if you want to get the Dawn ulti off, you have to BKB ulti,
He does at least get a TP away.
which is a
They
very
will not
shitty
see-
way
well,
to
they do
have
see
your
him. They'll
BKB
break the
being
Lincolns,
used
but
on
it won't
Dawn.
matter. They can't stop him.
It's way too much. There's too much output. If you get a good blast, and you just don't care about these BKBs. Debuff immunity means nothing for Nouns. So they've always got control, whereas you don't have that much pierce for
Yeah, it was a
their own
solo
debuff immunity here
solo
on Nouns.
Enigma.
Like, you have nothing to pierce that.
It's
just
pulse
a
5,
lot
so it
easier
doesn't
for Nouns to
matter too
dictate these
much, but-
fights, only having to worry about the Lincolns. Because even if you can block one charge, it's a 9-second cooldown. You don't care on who. You're always going to pop a Lincolns. You're always going to find an opening. And for
But it was
VP,
also,
at
I
the
think,
least, their
against
high ground's not gonna
Muerta.
be under
And
siege.
Muerta's got a,
Roshan
like,
is
you
open for
have,
now, so
if you hit Muerta
that's a
with
much
Vendetta,
safer
you
objective
break
for them
half
to
her
take,
mana
and
pool.
starting to make their way up there.
Stuff like that.
A free
It's
refresh
always
shard
pretty
on
nice to
hand,
have the mana
double
burn.
BKBs perhaps for Hecker, or just a lot of BKB uses out for Moo perhaps, or even just like a double pulverize from Gunner could be massive here. I think that is going to ruin a lot of what VP will want to try to do in this defense.
Roshan gonna go down for free. VP obviously cannot contest this with 2 heroes down. The respawn now, but it's way too late. Roshan already way too low. So now Aegis up on K1. Refresher shard available on Gunner. He'll take the cheese to boot. Straight through the twin gates. Nouns will go. And it seems like they might want to try going through the bottom lane. It seems as there aren't 3 heroes from Nouns around this area.
Azure lost. They
Maybe see if you
EG
can
won.
find Kiritich in the triangle, which is exactly where
Talon
he is.
is still playing.
Kiritich building his own Lincoln Sphere now. Trying to just add to the survivability for himself. It's been incredibly hard for Kiritich to be able to do anything in these fights. And now with the 3rd Lincoln Sphere, we'll see if that makes the difference.
Yeah, G2000 dead.
It has
And
to be so
Talon also
coordinated from
won.
VP. You
so
see that Lincoln
is
spot?
nice.
Someone has to immediately
Nouns
add another
wins,
Lincoln
then
stop.
so
That pops, you
far,
add the next. Has to be very well staggered
I
here.
would be 3 and
from
1
VP,
for
and that's
round
easier said
4,
than done.
which is
TI-10 all
pretty
over
okay.
again, huh?
Oh,
Could
yeah.
be 4 and 1.
Pulverize out. They found the vent. Say you again does have the axe, so
With a
we'll
couple
have
of
that secondary
underdog
weapon to
bets
play with
in
at
there.
least for now. Though they are bursting it down rather fast, so maybe just know it's gone. He does at least have buyback.
Daedalus noticed, trying to go for damage. I don't know if damage is an issue right now. It's more just trying to survive. I guess.
I
You
mean,
don't need to
damage
worry
is
about
definitely an
surviving
issue.
If you can try to crit them down with a Starbreaker.
You're up against
So let's see
3
that pays
strength
off, but
heroes that like
matter of
Gunner's got
unorthodox
fucking
from noticed here.
5.4k HP.
No, I think
There's
it makes enough
definitely-
sense here. They need something because this Fen is getting
I
too
call on
high.
EG
Like,
was
they need
genius
somebody
as
else
you
to hit.
predicted.
K1, jump in. Kiritich was spotted for a moment. Does get the sort of edge off
Obviously,
in time
I'm
to be able to back
amazing.
away. K1.
Plus,
avoid the
Schofield's a
Starbreaker
really good
altogether,
next
gets
assassin.
his way out. Nouns,
I think
if
when I
they
think
do get
Schofield, I
towards the
think
bottom power
3
spot,
heroes,
they are
4,
gonna find a very
4
tasty
heroes.
double damage
Actually,
waiting for
only
them.
primarily melee heroes.
And it
He
seems
plays
like
okay Rubik though.
he'll
But he
lead with the
primarily
K1, I
plays
believe.
really good melee pulse fours like
Never mind,
Tiny,
he will not.
Tusk,
Screw the carrot.
Clockwork, and
Yeah. Yeah, just take it for yourself.
The
You know,
next
you don't
assassin.
need it. I honestly don't think it makes a massive difference. Hector's probably the easiest one to kill up
Gunner's
front.
got
Like he'll probably just instantly get into the
31
apes
armor
anyway.
and over
And
5k
you
HP.
don't care. It's
K1's
more about
got
denying it from VP if they try to make a flank down
28
the rear.
armor
As
and
the
4k
DD spend
HP.
attachment, I think, is a lot scarier for Prospect. Still have a lot of time in that Aegis. 2.5 minutes roundabout here for Hector. And
And you
they
also
can start
have a
laying
Spirit
in. I
Breaker
think
still
Nouns
with
don't really
also
have too
like
much to wait for it. They've got the
probably
full
4.5k
Ags blitzing
HP.
onto Moo. So now you've got the good old 6-second charge, which is always nice to see.
Lovely.
3.8k, okay.
So
Could be
things get
worse,
even
could be
more
better.
spicy now from this Spirit Breaker. VP still holding on to their high ground now. 52 minutes into the game. K1 gonna move in. Not really taking too much damage as there is a charge out.
Why the
Obviously
fuck are
going
they
full
blinking in
second
Ice Blast?
cancel.
In Ice Bath?
T3 tower top lane is now gone. K1 still being targeted here by Squadix, but the Pulverize going to catch him mid-rolling Thunder. Say you forced to swap out the Pangolier. Say you though now in danger as they charge him up and the Venge is gone.
Well, the
We'll keep
Venge
the
is
Remnant at least.
gone.
K1.
It's always kind of weird
Cheeky
to say
stun
the
out onto
Venge
the
is
top
gone,
right.
considering he
They just want the
summons an
rats for
illusion
now.
that does the same shit as he does.
And it seems like they might just get away with it to boot, considering they still have the Aegis on K1.
Yeah, there's a
no
gem on
reason
deck.
for them to back off.
I mean, she just walks forward, gem.
VP still
Nice.
posturing aggressively, but it seems like there's no way to
Mana
initiate
Drain's
this
kind of
fight.
annoying.
And so
The
now
Diffusal
they'll
Blade.
take the top racks for free. Only one lane of barracks left, but in they go. K1 now getting caught by the Starbreaker, but Gunner, he's going to blink right in. Who does he want? He'll miss out on the Pango. He'll go for the Pulverize instead on the Dawnbreaker, but a nice swap out from Seiyu. Going to save the life
Oh,
of
the
those,
backline
but
chase from
still Seiyu
Kiritich, but
going
Lelis
lower.
double
He goes
force staff
Kiritich,
onto
but who
the
are you
enemy's
aiming?
high ground to
He's
get
been
out of
caught by the
Kiritich's way.
Kiritich. Can he get some damage off? The bashes are just consistently
Gunner
coming
might
up from Moo.
eat the
He can
cheese.
do
I
nothing.
just want to say die,
He
but
at least gets the Aegis
eats the
of
cheese.
K1, but it means nothing if you can't survive. He'll get swapped out again from Seiyu. The chase is on for more. FNG probably going to drop. Gunner has
Oh,
found
that
Brutus,
Lincoln
but no, the
save.
Lincoln's blocked. He will not pulverize. Instead of the onslaught.
That's
the
a
Spade
good
is gone.
attempt, but
No buyback
Kiritich died
available.
back.
That has to be it. VP, they surely cannot defend any further as the charge out again.
Ice
from
Blast
Moo.
actually
This
didn't
man
connect
just
there.
doesn't stop. Surely he dies. He finally does. There's only 1 milli barracks left, and Noun's really gonna leave this. They've left Gunner. Gunner in a
Oh,
bit
he
of
got
danger.
pushed out.
They'll turn around now. They'll move back in. K1 finding FNG. Now the Brambles and the Terrorized back out. K1, he'll just focus down the milli barracks. He doesn't care for the heroes. In fact, he'll take the Pango while he's at it. Still no GG call to come from VP because they can't really afford the draw either. They'll take down Notice. Buybacks incoming. Say you in trouble again. Notice
Oh, the
trying for
charge.
Gunner. Gunner is just too tanky though. He will not die. K1 is
That
moving
Squad
back
X
in, looking for
Diffusal
the
Blade is the
Dawnbreaker.
most
Will
annoying
not be
thing
able
that they have
finish
to
the
deal
job
with.
yet, but they might
Moo
just go for the
actually
G4
would
towers
die
now.
back if he
Meanwhile, Moo
falls.
does need to back off. He'll charge out of there. Gunner copping some damage. But can they really keep this defense going? Maybe they can. Maybe Gunner does die here. He's dropping very low and he's gone. All right. A VP, they're up
And the
against
game is
Megas,
not
but we've
done
seen
yet.
2 Mega Creep come back just yesterday alone, John. So we know it's possible. A VP, they are going to hold out.
Okay, I'll check out
Useful,
Entity
but
for a sec.
Obviously, as we understood, it's definitely not an easy
20 to 1.
with
Will
the
we get a
game
3-2-2
stake
here,
so
guys?
having to just take what he can get and continue to farm. But Faceless Void, we really haven't even seen Watson. And Watson's kind of just been, he is 2-0-3, but for the most part, he's been AFK farming.
Yeah, he's just chilling, right? AFK farming, getting some kills. Okay, we're looking to strike back. SMG are here.
Chrono.
Oh,
Not
they
gonna
might
use
get their
just
second
yet.
kill.
Has it though, Kataomi gonna get killed off, so another kill coming out for SMG. But there's a bash proc from Watson, and
2,
see the damage he
1,
can do. No
2.
one's in trouble.
Uh-oh, he's charged. Oh, no.
Charge
Here comes
in,
MC.
push back with another strike. Tango though with a pipe on him. It's mitigating
Go on,
some
get the kill on
damage here,
Watson.
Going toe to toe with Watson, but with more heroes nearby for the Radiant side means a kill.
Oh,
on
everyone's
a
just
Tango.
dying.
And yeah, by the way, Darkseer's dead up here too.
Everyone is dying. I mean, they tried to fight back. You know, some spells were on cooldown because they used it mid earlier, but it's, yeah, it's a hard game. I mean, MC doesn't even have wall yet, so I don't know what.
I don't think you find that in a 1 minute window.
The problem is, right now, SMG can't afford a loss because EG just won their first game against 9 Pandas. If EG win 2-0 against 9 Pandas, SMG would be eliminated still.
Not that they needed it, but they've got it. Just in case. The VP still really struggling to find
Same
an
with
answer to
VP
this game.
against Nouns. Like, this is a
Now
matchup
they're
that
just waiting for the next
decides
Roshan.
who's
It's still
going to
20 seconds till we
continue in the
find out when it
playoffs.
even does respawn. So this could be a while till they return to the base, and you know what? I mean, if they are truly going to wait for Roshan to go high ground again, we might see some tier 5 items for VP. They might have a chance.
Thanks for making sure we don't see it, Mike. You had to point it out. We'll never see it. The game will end at 59 or 59-59.
Probably will.
You know, just to be funny. I think the one thing I'd like to see at this point, mainly on Nouns, just to be extra spicy, Hector's Ags, you know, Phantasm illusion of these tanky heroes, that looks pretty funny.
Our
It'll
PCs
still
can't handle it,
melt.
John. Come on now.
Exactly it. You know, have a little server meltdown. Why not? You know, cook it up a little bit, make it spicy. And we've already got an invulnerable Earth Spirit at some point, so might as well cook some PCs up with
Nouns
all the
need
fantastic
2-0 to
illusions. Get a
stay.
refresh
If they
onto
tie,
Hector as
if
well.
Nouns
And just double
1-1,
Phantasm
they
for no reason.
play.
Just dodge out
They
spells
at
for
least
whatever reason.
force
Don't this
tiebreaker.
PC, John.
And Beast
Come on,
Coast
let me-
take
let me
one
enjoy it
game
a little
from
bit longer, would
GG.
you?
Yeah, you'll enjoy it with.
Yes,
you
'cause
only-
Gaming
you
Gladiator's
being the
playing
only
very
person with
shitty.
FPS. You'd enjoy it. You know, you'd be like, "Wow, it's not impacting my new PC at all," and
I mean-
everyone else is just suffering.
We're gonna go down that route. Right now, I'm viewing this game without a mouse, Jonathan. My mouse is completely bugged out, so I'm using some arrow keys. Great PC build I've got here, John. It's,
I don't even know how that happens.
Oh,
My
neither do
man.
I, John. I've done something special,
Oh.
surely. There's Roshan. Only I can do these things, John. Gunner,
Only you.
we'll take down Roshan. VP obviously not in a position to contest. They'll have to watch this one go down. Of course, Nouns, if you are Nouns, you're looking to just rush the base after this, surely. We shall see.
Yeah, 3 heroes on VP don't have a buyback. I mean, Kiritich does. So that's
Aegis
a little
to
bit scary,
Moa,
but
refresh short to Gunner, and Cheese to Gunner as well, and nothing going to Hector. I'm telling you, Hector, he's a great player. He's not the important hero here. He's not the star.
there you go.
It's Moo.
VP. K1. Oh, K1. He just got FNG. FNG just gets annihilated. Gunner
Swap
will
save.
move in for the for the ulti, but
Sishu
doesn't really get too much
dies,
off.
and
Still,
is
they do
illusion
get
as well.
Seiyu.
Does have a buyback.
So Seiyu is down. Kiritich looking to move in. Does move in on.
Oh,
to the
that's
Primal Beast, but
Erden
does
is
him
going to
no
be
good.
sad if
He is forced to
Seiyu
blink
gets
away. Here comes
eliminated.
Squadix down with the Rolling Thunder. They're going to try, but Gunner, he's got the
Another
BKB
save
out.
swap.
In comes Moo with
Save
the
swap.
charges now. Kiritich, he got the Silver Edge in time. Oh, he throws out a stun. He'll break his invis. Moo, he will just continue moving in. He does not give a crap.
No,
Kiritich is
my
doing
God.
zero
Kiritich
damage.
gets knocked all the
And
way
he's
out
just
of
getting
base.
perma-bashed. Oh, Kiritich. The poor guy, look at him.
Okay,
He's
one
doing
walks
no
in.
damage.
Hit. Kill.
Noticed. Still fighting. Here comes the Sven again.
Seiyu is doing
I'm
a
not
lot
sure
with
what he's
those
gonna
save
do.
swaps.
Apart from running circles, Seiyu will go down.
Yamsen still not
trying.
fucking
The Ancient under siege.
Good God.
Yeah, they got the Sven again. At least he's got
Going
Dawn Strength
wild.
this time. But is it gonna matter?
They finally kill
It's not
Yamsen.
really. The Ancients are completely exposed, still being
Oh, they
focused.
fortified.
Kiritich will try. GG score.
And G to the
A
G.
nice attempt from VP, but it's just they're just doing zero damage. Like nobody's dying.
Nouns win. That's
Yeah, it's
another
a little bit
W.
too much. This
Let's see how Entity are doing.
Out of Apetail, so again, credit to SMG, absolutely.
Ah,
They're
we
just
can't have a
simply not giving
3-2-2.
up here and is managing some decent farm considering.
Uh-oh. We've got the ult on mid one, but let's see if that second life does anything. Okay, Lotus Orb.
There's another fight. MC ends up going down, but yeah, mid one, the Lotus Orb wears off, and Reincarnate on cooldown. Pulverize gonna catch no one.
Okay. No!
Stormstormer wants to get out of there though. Mid
Uh-oh.
one.
They're coming. The rest of the boys are coming.
Gabby,
Yeah, Gabby
17%,
finishes off the
guys.
job.
17%.
Where's no one? No one's all the way over here. He's gonna have to go for the TP. No, he doesn't have TP.
Oh boy. Yeah, he TP'd in to save. Oh, the creeps. They're gonna see the creeps hitting him. They know.
Nope, pushes them down. There's the chrono.
Where are they even? Okay.
Gets him.
Yeah, it's a good try. If we do, nah, I thought we had 3-2-2, but we have 3-2-3. So
Yeah.
who cares? Gabby gets another charge. Ulti. Maybe.
He might actually be
this
dead.
it?
Yeah, is this it? The bounty?
No.
Yeah.
No, they got him. Alright, GG.
Johnny
2K
Wells
gold to
gonna
John
carry
Well.
this game now.
Alright, let's click John Wells' inventory. He's buying eggs or something, right? Like
Yep.
we're getting close to. Yeah, he's gonna carry this game. It's all good, guys.
That's a lot of
800
gold.
gold of Aghanims. Let's go.
1,800 gold. Thank you very much.
Dire's middle tower is
Looks like Primal Beast, so he's gonna get the gem. That was actually Dark
Isn't
Will
Puppy
ended up
supposed to
picking up
play?
the gem that dropped.
Yes, if Hanuel
Primal
did not
Beast, so
manage to
they
get
keep that
a
at
visa.
least.
But he got a visa. They expected
yeah,
him not to
you
get a
know,
visa,
Nature's
but he
Prophet,
did
though,
manage to
that
get a visa in
Axis
time.
Almost gonna be finished, and Wrath of Nature, rooting, doing more. Seems pretty good. There's an axe
That
finish
could have been
on
Puppy.
Dark Seer as well, so he finally has that normal punch to work with now.
Alright, so they just need to hit 1 or 2 more items. They need Blink Darkseer, so you can Blink Punch. You probably really... Yeah, you need this Blink on no one as well, because right now... it's
Mid
just so
one
tailored
is
what you
going
do. Like, oh, you're
Midas
a rogue, they just
Radiance,
BKB, they
and
run
he
away,
still
so
doesn't
smart
have
connect,
Radiance
so
after
Gabby
25
just Blink
minutes
killed.
on Wraith King.
Dire are
He's
There's
about the
Stan
same
coming
net
out,
worth
not
as
gonna hit anyone
the
currently.
enemy's Warlock.
Dire's
Obviously, Roshan is available as Gabby changes
Bro.
his mind and charging in, gets the Bedlam there.
He's about the same net worth as his
Gets
own
to
Coddle
Roshan
and NP.
feels
Granted,
like
Coddle
he's
and
not
NP are
looking
really
at
good at
almost
like
free.
Oh, yeah,
finding
right, there's
farm on the
Roshan in
map.
this game.
Yeah.
With how many kills there have been, I guess not something they've really thought about, but I mean, they're of course very, very happy, but 1 or 2 big mistakes could allow SMG to get back in this game. You don't want to take your foot off the gas too much.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting at. It's
Wait,
like,
Wraith King
yeah,
just
and
lost
they
his
have this
courier with his
insane
Radiance
player.
on it. Bro is
but-
just never lucky.
Exactly. You don't want to overplay your hands, and getting the easy objectives such as Roshan seems like a good play, but this also seems like a good play, especially with the golden being
Oh, yeah.
used. They take out Pango. MC, good wall placement. Actually,
Very good wall.
make it very awkward there. The TP, yes.
He makes it.
Close call. Chrono not worth it, but now you think. Speaking of Roshan, I mean he is up here. Oh, never mind. They're TPing elsewhere.
Uh-oh. They know that Afu is here, or maybe they don't. Nope, it looks like it's just they're just hunting for someone else. But he is a sneaky man. He's on the left-hand side.
He's a
Okay,
little too
let's
deep
see.
right
Have
there.
they updated shit in here?
Shining light for SMG as mid one did overtake Fishman.
So Nouns
And
won a
we are
game
back.
against VP. So Nouns is now
There you
3-4.
I'm sorry.
EG won a game
you are
against
stating facts
9
here.
Pandas.
I am, dude.
SMG
That is
won a
true.
game against
That's what I'm here
but
for,
that
stating
one's
facts and being very smart.
Yep. Roshan, he's
like
definitely down here,
SMG
so
would
as
really,
mentioned, a matter of time
really,
before they hit, but
really
yeah,
need
apparently they're also
EG
feeling
to
kinda low
lose
as
now.
well. As
Desperately.
MC is now in an awkward spot, but he will survive. Gets a
If
little bit of
EG
teammate support
loses,
there,
SMG
but there's the
and
Aegis now,
EG
and
have a
the faceless
tiebreaker
void.
match. I think.
Double damage runes up top, by the way, but no one's seeing it
That's a
currently.
pretty cool rune. I mean, for now you can see SMG. There's just a whole lot of, and that's just how you have to play from this position. It is a whole lot of single and individual play where you just try to get really big, keep farming. Honestly, I love what Afu is doing, where he's just racking up gold. You know, he's no joke. He's got a Lotus Orb. He's closing in on a Scythe of Ice. So there's potential.
Gabby spots the double damage rune. At least he walked right over it, so assume they're gonna save that for Primal Beast. Will actually just bottle it here.
Fishman doesn't have the shard. Ew.
You can make a play with that
No.
now, but Faceless Void, a full Maelstrom finished. Mentioned the Aegis, of course, that he has. Mjolnir, I should say, finished. And that's
Actually, I
gonna be
kind of
2-2.
like that
Mid
choice
tower
of
going
Wraith
down
King.
as
He needs
well,
like a
and
Hail
I
Mary,
guess
so he's
they're gonna
going
go bottom
Ags.
2-2. They probably are just gonna go to the base here, though.
Which
Wait,
I
being
think,
pushed down
especially because
bottom,
you're
so-
playing against Face Void,
Yeah,
is
I
a
guess they can.
heads-up
Like, what really
choice.
stopping you? You just want to force them
7
back so they
seconds
stop
of anyone
farming
that
the whole
gets
map.
killed in the
Like, you
chrono,
can either
staying
continue
back,
and you're
coming
like,
back
okay, what are
alive.
you gonna do? And
Not
then you
bad.
just base it on how do SMG respond. And mid one is getting
Mid
ready
one's
for the
very
flank.
stuck.
Maybe he throws his Midas on them.
Oh,
Vacuum.
running
Going
in,
in.
you'll
Oh, immediately lifted up, though. He knew he was there. Being a little sneaky, mid one. Gonna get some help, though, with the Lotus Orb. Primal Beast. He is very tanky with that heart. Gets to half life, but manages to get out of there. So no deaths in the end, and honestly, gotta think SMG is pretty happy with that outcome there.
Absolutely. You've got the blink now on no one. so
EG
you can
going
start
for
to
Because
maybe make
CK.
some things happen. It's like mid one is going
Possibly.
for the
Could also be
Agnes,
offlane
so, I
CK.
mean, maybe him carrying this game train has kind of left, or it's going to help their team fight, of course, because people get to stay alive longer, maybe cast their spells, so they're hoping for something big.
I just hear a Gabby.
Afu.
He's checking it out. He knows Coddle's up here somewhere, but unable to find him. Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure Afu has like not died in the last 10 minutes against a Spirit Breaker who's top net worth. Honestly, that alone is impressive.
I mean, he sees the Illuminate right there, but Afu is just too hidden.
Fishman's
that's
courier
right.
dies
Finished,
with
but
his
let's,
Ags in it.
He could end up getting top net worth on his team on this Coddle.
Sure.
It's actually not out of reach.
Warlock losing his courier right there, by the way. That was a pretty big one. A juicy one. I believe that was the full Ags that was going to be finished on the courier.
Oh, I mean, that's pretty chill for SMG then. And mid one does find Gabby.
Gabby decides to go for Watson. Is this worth a chrono commitment? Oh,
What?
Oh my god, the damage
good
on mid
root.
one. The root, they're going to force an Aegis.
Okay, they could look for a roll.
Mid one, Reincarnate is ready, so even if you go down, there you go. There's the roll as you mentioned. Watson having to be careful.
Good
Still has the chrono,
pulverize.
though. The pulverize lockdown on no one.
No one does not have a buyback, and that chrono.
Gets 3 darks here, not included, but the damage follow-up is absolutely there. Johnny Wells also going to get picked off, and this is just a case of too much of a lead that Entity has had in this game. The firepower is too much to handle,
And that puts
and
me
they wipe
at...
out Team SMG.
Oh boy. Yeah, I guess all it took was really one fight, and when they're ahead.
Well,
so
actually,
much,
they have a
I
pretty
mean, that
quick
chrono,
respawn time,
that's a
but
beautiful
yeah.
work by Watson. He just gets all of them.
Fancy
gets all the damage
points.
out with the Mjolnir, follow-up terrorize, and yeah, everyone's dead.
I mean, you got 18 seconds on Wraith King, but even when he's up, he's certainly not going to do anything by himself.
Looking
here,
at
so
these
pretty much
drafts,
just
and
gonna have to
I'm
wait about
thinking,
another 15
EG's
seconds
draft
for the whole
looks
team to
kind of
be up.
neat.
That means it's the middle racks for sure. They're probably going to be able to defend the top racks, and I say defend very loosely. because that's going to be a difficult task still. So you're going to smoke.
Okay, everyone's smoking up. Good roots.
Darkseer going in, no wall though, but he does have his vacuum. Nature's Prophet gets caught by the brambles. He jumps in. Scythe the Primal Beast.
Normal punch on the Warlock. Warlock's just walking
getting
away.
vulnerable from no one.
Get
See Primal
Fishman.
Beast though, using that
Got
axe. They did get Fishman. However, turning the attention back to mid one. Mid one, no reincarnate. Gabby on top into the bash. No, he's going to be fine for now. Never mind. Charge in, will finish the job. He's out for 50. With no buyback. Nature's Prophet, the beat down on him coming out from Watson. A great fear on top of that.
They are out of mana thanks to the Diffusal Blade spam.
Oh, SMG.
Hi,
still not
bro.
giving up
Shout out
just
from the
yet.
Philippines. Sub Den
Get
Den.
to hold, no one.
Good
Gets all his
fucking
fresh.
morning
Get to
for
hold.
you.
See you later.
Like 6 a.m. there, isn't it?
No one wants more.
Yeah, and in pursuit. I mean, Stormer
No mana.
nearly 5,000 life, but maybe.
I feel like I'm watching a World of Warcraft raid.
Yeah.
The Stormer just stands his ground.
I don't know how much you want. I was gonna say how much you want to chase this guy because this could happen. Now, Gabby though in an awkward spot. The Sprout making this difficult. Yeah, this.
Bro,
Storm
this
Stormer,
is
you're
insane.
not-
Storm
Run
Stormer's
away,
just...
guys, leave him. Trust me. To run away
Reset
from
the
the rock,
fight.
man. Yeah. Okay. They get to hold. They get a couple of kills, but Stormer without mana is too strong for them. That's nasty.
Mid one, bottom lane.
Wraith
Spotted by
Wraith
Gabby.
can have Zags finally? No.
Gabby's actually going to TP back to base, and it is going to be kind of a full reset here by the side of Entity. Obviously, they did plenty of damage, and oh, actually, that's Warlock.
Fishman. Golem. Double Golem.
As the Golems, he's going to be spread in the mist, but now Gabby shows up. No one is rolling around, though, with an Iron Shell. Shell crashing away.
No, no.
Goes for Johnny Well. The
That's a
Bash
dieback.
pushes them back with the Nether Strike and finishes the job there. Mid one. Pulverize is ready. Matter of who he wants to use it on. Oh, not going to use it just yet. Coddle's able to walk away for the time being. Fear off to the side. That's going to be a kill onto Pango. Pango has a buyback, but gets picked off to the left. He will use it pretty quickly. Nether Strike in the backlands. Wants that Coddle dead.
Mid one does have the Ags now.
Ags effect. Is it really going to do much, though, in the end? Probably not.
Coddle didn't even realize that
He doesn't care about
Wraith
being
King had
involved in
Ags.
the spot. He says, let's bring it.
Alpha was like AFK
Incarnation
there.
has already been used, and he's just about dead again. No one with that buyback, remember. He's going to be pulverized into the ground, and he is going to go for a dive.
All of these ghosts. And he walks into the
They're
roof.
still here.
It's a matter
For
of time.
2 seconds.
Yeah, it's just going to wear off, and eventually they're going to be staying dead. And Entity, again, the firepower just too much. GG is going to be official. It is going to be a 1-1 split. And that means,
I
at
was
the
4
very
for
least
1.
is
I'm
safe
now
from
12.
elimination.
Wow. On
Binge,
Entity had
9
an
losses today.
incredible game.
Yeah.
The way that they played their lanes and then continued on afterwards, yeah, they must be.
Let's see.
Just gimp his net worth, make sure that he's not able to get a ton of farm, then that's not going to be too much of a threat, and the Bristleback can potentially take off. So I'm favoring EG with this one.
Okay. Just to update as well, SMG, they did lose that game versus Entity. So with a win here from Evil Geniuses, they will knock out SMG, some staple names within the scene that have had some incredible success.
Let's
and
see,
even,
what
of
do
course,
we
TI
have?
winner in Mind Control as well, standing in for SMG. So
I do
let's see what
agree.
Evil
I like
Geniuses
EG's
have in
draft.
store for us. A lot of tips to start, and if we weren't
Round
here, well, if you weren't here
5,
for game one prior, we had
EG game
5
2.
kills before the horn even sounded, and
But these are 1v1 scenarios. But what if like you're getting feared backwards, right? As this troll, what if you're disarmed by some oracle? Like I said, you can't quantify Dota anymore with like carry to carry matchup. It just doesn't work that way. But if I were to say 1-on-1, yeah, troll. Nobody beats troll 1-on-1. That's what troll does. He does 1-on-1. But when you go 5v5, that's not a 1-on-1 anymore. That's where troll starts to look a lot worse.
It's no longer an honest battle.
Oh, it's true. Troll's a simple man.
No.
He wants a you versus me.
Troll
Let's
is
go.
indeed a simple man. I see target, I chase, I hit.
And then once
That's
you,
exactly
this is where
true.
troll starts to fail, right? Once he sees too many targets, he gets confused. He can only hit one target at a time.
I'm
Right,
not
lost
really
life
liking the
after
troll
confusion.
pick.
Oh man, if only there was a spell that, or like an ability in this game that causes your hero to be confused who to hit. Have like friendly fire, you know,
Yeah,
like mind
that's
control.
called Wyvern ult.
Well, I mean that brings everybody to the brings all the boys to the yard.
It does.
And a razor band to follow it out, so at least Troll has a bit of breathing room, but not a lot of time in reserve time for Azure Ray.
All right, here's what Pure has played this tournament so far. He's played Dawn, Centaur, which I think is banned, Lone Druid,
Yes.
probably not a good
Yes.
game for it. Beastmaster, and Tide.
Yes. Yes, I've mentioned these, yes.
Well, I was tuning you out, unfortunately. Sorry.
That's because you're a dad god gamer. Bristleback, new hero for him. Not in the tournament, but for him at least. So, no, that's Azure Ray, so that's not bad, boom.
Yeah.
I'll take my word back on that. It's still a Bristle.
That is a
It's been a
Bristle.
long day.
Bristle.
You probably won't pick it, but it's looking like a great Viper game.
Oh no.
Oh no, I take it back. Don't do it.
Now
Alright,
I'm
what
really
would be good
doubting
here
my
in that
choice. I'm
situation
actually
like
liking
this?
Azure Ray
I
with
don't know
that
if he
Bristle
plays
pick.
Mars, but I'd be down for a Mars. You got the Dark Willow, you're
Well,
playing
nobody-
versus Troll. You can turn
either
around the
needs-
Bristleback.
You either need a hero that builds an item that gives a break or has a break. So yeah, I see the sense of the Viper into that.
I mean, you have CK with the Silver
CK's
Edge.
gonna
what
have
if- what
Silver
have-
Edge, and so is Monkey. I don't think you need a break.
Yeah, unless they want to build something else and somebody the last hero is the one to build the Silver Edge. Otherwise, you could bring a stun. I don't know. I mean, the Tide Hunter doesn't look like too bad of an idea to the offlane.
I think that hero's really bad
cool.
versus Bristleback.
Kind of.
Oh no, he is.
But at least
because you don't stop any aspect of Bristleback, and we're just gonna
Well,
go with
this one
tried
at
and
least
true
forces
axe.
you to taunt. Yeah.
But here's the thing,
And-
right? This axe hero goes both ways against Troll. Most people
I'm
like
gonna go
playing
Azure Ray
the Troll
game
versus
too.
the axe, right? Because you get that innate lifesteal, which can help you if you do get called with Blade Mill.
I mean, Save is a really good Dark Willow, and Pure is a really good Axe. I just think the Primal can fucking dominate this game so hard. Like, if Somnus gets on at a good footing, he can just win this game single-handedly. Let's see. Gyro. You got Noob. Okay, this feels like Quest needs to win this game in like the first 20 minutes, otherwise they lose. DP, fucking Panda, and Gyro, it's just... Nah, Talon game 2 as well. No!
Not going to be able to scout this one out, really feeling like maybe they have the potential to go for a kill here onto Kiyotaka as he's looking to grab this water rune. Looks like they're going to be able to bully him away enough. Is they... Oh, stun just off the mark. 2 stuns off the mark.
Get the other side water rune.
What the fuck is up with all these supports in mid? So
Keep
aggressive.
Kiyotaka in a bit of an awkward position with his resources.
Look at how much pressure they're putting in onto Whisper, really not giving him an easy time, but that's the thing with the Bristleback, right? All you really need is this...
Is he dead?
Yeah, he is dead, actually.
Okay.
I'm surprised. I thought with the wand plus the healing Lotus, he might have been able to back off in time, but just that early point in the natural order, being able to reduce that base armor was the difference maker. I was about to say, like, with him being super tanky, Matthew, he's enabled to be able to move back and bring up a lot of these stacks. Yep.
Smoke gangs versus smoke gangs.
12 seconds?
Yeah.
80, like, it's just, what is this?
100% uptime.
It's like, you're such a strong side laner. Even, I mean, mid lane as well with an early level meld. We will see, though, Solo's been very frustrated.
Wow, that
Yeah,
trap.
lock him into place. Even Whisper, so even see Smile wants to come in to try and get a little bit of experience.
Unfortunately for them, it's going to be Matthew picking up the last hit there. So ends up getting a bit of gold. Not the worst, but you know that he's going to get a ton of farm from these
The fact
stacks
that he got disrupted so hard is sad.
And you just feel so much more confident leaving the Bristleback once he gets into the Vanguard. So it would have been prime kill to be able to give over to Whisper there.
Yep.
Wondering if Seasmall is going to go Spirit Vessel. It is a pretty okay Spirit Vessel game because it's a good tool, of course, as well against TA.
You just cannot. This, but he is quite the monster.
So in the battle of the Primal Beast versus the
New heroes.
They will get rid of the axe.
Yeah, I mean, you have to when you're playing Dazzle. Otherwise, the cheese just disappears, you know? You gotta go full cheese. You know what would be really cheesy? You run a Husker.
Amson Phoenix.
Probably not something you'd want to do, but nah, they'll go for Trian.
Ooh.
Fair enough. Just run that mid shaker.
Dude, they got a super sustained lineup on
well,
VP.
no, actually, you run
Dazzle,
offlane
Troll,
shaker and you run
Treant.
Dazzle? No, surely offlane Dazzle. I think the shaker matchup's just too good against Pangolier. Dazzle matchup is still pretty decent with poison touch spam, but a Pango can again kind of just swash away, play a little bit more defensive.
I think it's
lane.
off lane.
I think either one works for the side of VP.
Shaker.
There is a lot of tempo
Mid Dazzle.
on VP, a lot of saves, decent team fight. You've got some of that kiting potential up now with the Treant Protector for the Sven, as you do have at least one debuff immunity piercing ultimate to play with, prevent the BKBs from being too obnoxious from Hector. The question is now what Nouns wants to run the offlane. Potentially dealing with Troll Treant as a lane, or yeah, more than likely the Troll Treant. They'll go to Centaur. I like that solution.
Hello.
Just run out.
Moo Centaur, okay.
Yeah, kite around his troll. We were talking about kiting Sven, kiting the trolls.
It is off lane Dazzle.
You really don't care. Heck, you could bait out Battle Trance, drag them all the way back. The Dazzle can't keep up with how fast the troll's running around, so you isolate him away from the Dazzle, ensure that the Shallow Grave is not there. You're gonna have a good time. The lane.
This one is actually very rough
You have
to
to respect
predict.
the Dazzle off lane for a melee hero like the Sven, level 1, level 2.
Kind of like VP's draft, mainly because they have so much sustain.
So I like the early parts of the game here for VP, but I think Nouns, they have a really good way of disengaging. You don't really have a cart ride.
Who the fuck gets cart?
5, so you can still look to try and invade once again from Pandas.
But as soon as Miero shows up on this bottom side, you know that he's not going to be part of it because he just TP'd back down towards that lane to be able to pick up his farms. So maybe that leads them to believe that they've got the potential to take it completely unopposed. I say completely. Ramses is actually the one that's looking to potentially get it, but
Dude,
Matthew
Whisper's
is
so
defensive
low.
again.
Whisper is so goddamn low, but Panda, does he get him out? Last arcane ball, that's going to be enough to get the kill. That's a big one. Killing spree from Antares and Kira is going to
Ramses wants to steal it.
Gold.
Is he going to stack it?
I mean,
You
that
can't
might
get
not
this
need
greedy.
to. That's maybe just lines it up for a big ultimate onto the Chaos Knights. He's small. He'll be free inside the team fight. This Magnetize could prove to be an issue, but he just doesn't.
Bro, EG just full potatoed.
As this time, 9 Pandas, a much better invasion out of them. They'll bring Ramses over as well.
Walking right towards the Echo.
Kiyotaka now has 1,700 gold in the bank.
I mean, if there was ever any understanding of Vision wins games, like that is it, right? The first fight happens underneath EG Vision, EG win the fight. Second fight, 9 Pandas have the advantage and they're able to scout out that CK coming through. They wipe him out.
Feeling very good about the way things are going. The fact that the big camp is not locked is working out in their favor because he can keep farming it with Flak.
Water runes are up for the sides of both of the mids, and they'll be able to grab those. Do have the bottle on Makoto, no bottle on Noob.
Oh, Bench in trouble again?
Bottom lane, yeah, this is feeling like maybe went a little bit too far, but they get the kill on the Bristle before they get the kill on Bench. They're gonna be happy. However, TA2000 gets himself a courier. He might need a little bit of assistance here because he's got himself a couple stacks.
Oh,
Let's put
boy.
just a little bit more of the snowball. All right.
Yeah, this feels a little bit
tomato.
weird. This is where you gotta wonder, you know, if he had boots, maybe he could just run away from the Tusk, but he, you know, went for
everything now as Moo finds a double stun out. Notice dropping low. Surely Yamsun can't take this one. Notice sticking around will turn back in onto Moo. Here comes Yamsun again. Notice is, Notice is down. A triple kill for Yamsun.
That's a really good fucking start for Phoenix.
Anymore, sir.
I mean, this is still massive for Phoenix.
Moo will tie to the T2 tower. Fair enough. Just wants the reset. Doesn't really give too much away anyways. Yamsun moves back in.
No, don't trade like this.
I would laugh so much. There's no way FNG dies again to Yamsun. Kiritic moving in. Here we go.
That's a triple kill they might pick up.
Here, John. Fed to Kiritic, it seems, as Yamsun has no way out. And that'll be the killing spree handed over to the troll at 16 seconds into the game.
Now already 3-3. This is way more action-packed than the 2-hour game we had earlier of Tundra versus Quest already. Good to see that Nouns and VP are keeping it spicy. I don't know if
Talon in okay.
Oh, Somnus, he is down.
Somnus very dead.
Big tournament you're always looking for. They fall a little bit short.
This is good for
Just yet though. And potentially
SMG. If EG loses, SMG actually plays a tiebreaker. Okay, ladies and gents, I'm fucking tired, so I'm gonna head to bed. My last predictions are on Discord. I won't be streaming tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I will be there. I will be here for the matches that are going to be played next week, the playoffs. And I will be here next weekend, so don't forget to check out the channel. My name is DK Truman. Have a wonderful evening, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Toodles. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.